Hello gamers, welcome to a brand new DSP video. I know I wanted to do like a weekly video. I was thinking about doing that. Initially, I was going to do a video just talking about my thoughts on his politics channel. But then I was watching the Tevin Archive stream from yesterday's Thanksgiving marathon. And I was like, you know what? I want to do a video discussing like this, just a few parts of this podcast or whatever. And it's like, I'll just do it now. Fuck it. Why not? I think the idea of doing a weekly video just kind of came back because I was like, I did two videos, like two clips together. And it's like, yeah, I should let views breathe. So I think I'm just gonna vibe these videos out. I was too hasty in my judgment. It happens. I'm a fallible human, okay? Alright, anyways, let's get into it. Again, it was Thanksgiving week, Thanksgiving month. Happy Thanksgiving, happy late Thanksgiving, and happy Black Friday because today is Black Friday as I'm recording this. I didn't get much. I got Grand Blue Relink because it was like $30, and I was like, yeah, you know what, Black Friday, why not? But anyways, let's get into this. Let's watch the guy. Let's watch him talk about how thankful he is. I like the name of this. What I'm most thankful for this year, and capture card rage. Now, man, I wonder what DSP could be most thankful for. I wonder. I wonder. It's a mystery. No one will know.
Here, that some of which I've talked about, some of which I haven't. You'll probably get a kick out of this segment, and of course the haters will meme it. Too bad, because fuck you.
I love that this is a thankful moment. And it says, you guys will laugh, the haters will meme it. I mean, so his fans can't meme it too. And then I just love that he keeps bringing us up about we don't live rent-free in his head, apparently. But every chance he gets, he mentions how the trolls will react to something he does. Okay.
I got so much positivity this year, and now you got to choke on it. Okay, so Brian, 27.
Why does getting positivity have to be like weaponized? Like, I mean, I know that some people are yeah, man, whatever. They can get hyped about getting support or whatever, but usually if they're like antagonistic or whatever towards something, usually the target is either someone like so cartoonishly bigger than them that it's like, an obvious joke, but DSP just can't pull it off. I'll be honest. Like, he could say like, "Oh, take that, Trump! More people like me than you, man," or whatever the fuck, and it would just come off very weird and cringe.
Once as a member says Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Brian. Are we ready?
Brian. Remember when I listened to Keto Casino and say you, Brian, about Derek?
There is something
that? Very cool.
That I have absolutely never revealed to anyone because it's such a silly little thing. It's not a big deal, but it's definitely something that has improved as a result of all of your support.
Now, guys,
so let me go ahead and show you.
Get a load of this.
It's Virtua Fighter Phil. No, I'm just kidding.
Same joke every day.
My shower.
This is not the shower that he was telling us about, and it's not even the right part, by the way. He has 2 bathrooms, 2 showers, I believe. Maybe, well, no, yeah, I think so. There's like a downstairs and upstairs, I think. Whatever. Regardless, he has 2 showers. This isn't the thing he was talking about. What he was talking about is shower. He was mentioning the handle. The thing where you turn the water on. All that shit. That was what was broken. That's what he told us. And he comes to us on Thanksgiving to show us an irrelevant bathroom. We weren't even aware he had anything wrong with it. So this is like not even the right thing that people are talking about when they mention his broken ass shower. So I just really love, because the big tell in all of this is obviously it's the curtains. He did a DSP showers video in the bathroom that had the broken shower. I'm not gonna go find the pre-stream where he announces the broken shower, but it's not this, man. It just isn't. And I have a feeling someone will call him out on this, and he'll either be super defensive and say, how do you know I never said which shower it is? Or he'll say, like, some other weird shit that is like, dude, it's the Jasper Kitty paradox, where he told us in 2019, I think 2019, maybe 2020, whatever, that he had Jasper during the time he went to Connecticut to get married. So he had someone babysit Jasper Kitty in the house during that time. But suddenly, this year, he decided to change the meaning, or not meaning, the narrative, and say, oh, we never left Jasper home alone before. So this could be another revisionist history moment where he's going to try to gaslight us into thinking this was the shower he was talking about the entire time. Even though when you listen to the original story, there's a lot of like parts, even in the story, that does not even align with what is being shown to us. Okay.
Whoa!
By the way, I love that this guy, right? He gets so paranoid about showing a picture of his kitchen. We can't do a house tour, we can't do a kitchen video or anything because we may know how much his trash can costs or whatever the fuck. But he shows us this either because he's confident in knowing that this is a cheap thing or that it's you know, whatever. But why not just do a video in the kitchen then? Oh, you know what? Cat probably puts their social security numbers on the refrigerator. So that's why. Again, I'm going to keep saying ludicrous shit like that because why not? You know, they have their social security numbers out for everyone to see. They have a fountain. You know, whatever. You know, they have dead bodies. You know, who knows? Maybe there's a meth lab. That's it. They're doing a meth lab. I got it. It's starting to explain why this dude is so cracked out all the time.
Whoa! What I'm showing you here is that basically I totally redid my entire shower from scratch. So that shower head, that shower bar, the curtain, everything is all new. All right? And instead of cheaping out and getting a crappy shower, I got a really good one. It's one of those crazy heads that goes to like 5 different settings. And then you see that thing on the side of it that's...
Oh my god, dude. So, I just want to highlight this as well. I'm gonna be, I'm sure DSP is gonna do a little segment like, oh, you guys, I did this segment on my Thanksgiving, and everyone was positive, but my trolls, they were analyzing the video, the photos and this. But I just want to highlight, right, that before, you know, the picture of the trash can, for example, he never told us how much the trash can was. Until other people were like, oh, this trash can is $500 or whatever. He had a $500 coffee maker, whatever. All of that. And he was like, oh, wow, these people, they scoured the internet to find out how much this costs. What a bunch of no-lifes. As now, he is showing us this, and it says, I didn't skimp out. I went all out. I got a shower head that had 5 settings. So, you spent top dollar. And this also brings back the other thing. This dude has every year where I made so much money that something comes around and fucks me all the time. And you would think, right, that this guy would see this huge surge of money he's getting, and he'd have the thought, what if there's gonna be something wrong gonna happen and he's gonna be, like, burn the house down? Maybe I should save some of this money. No. Let's just splurge on the highest setting shower head. Let's splurge on food again. Let's splurge, baby. We're back into splurging. Ah, yes.
All right? And instead of cheaping out and getting a crappy shower, I got a really good one. It's one of those crazy heads that goes to like 5 different settings. And then you see that thing on the side of it that's sticking up. You're like, what the hell is that? That's called a water comb.
Does he really? Do they really need a water comb? Do they really need one? I mean, I kind of feel like, I know, like, usually it's used for, like, your body, and you can kind of, like, move it around, obviously. But, come on, you think this guy needs that? Look at him.
So when you're washing your hair, you actually detach that, and you do this. You actually comb your hair with water, and it rinses your head. It's really nice. The other thing I really like about that shower head, it has a special pulse setting that feels like someone is giving you a back massage. I'm not kidding. Like, it's...
Dude, look at this. And he gets so mad when trolls are like, wow, DSP wastes money on this. And he's sitting there telling us he got a water comb. And the funniest thing, these features are all features he probably will never use. Like, in reality, they're never going to use these features. These are features that, like, I'm sure people who buy them would use them. But then you have people like DSP who will buy them and just not use them. It's honestly still the meme. This guy is the living embodiment of that scene in Arrested Development Season 4, where Tobias and Lindsay keep getting upsold on houses and by just the simple phrase, buy it so you have it. Just so you have it, right? Yeah, you may not need a fence around your house, but you should get it just so you have it. Just so you have it. And they fell for it. And that's DSP. Let's get the shower head with a pulse setting, just so we have it. At this point, I should just get a sound clip of that. Oh man. Let's just see if I can just find a clip of it. Just so you have it. I like that. Oh, right, here it is.
Being husband and wife, and although they wouldn't have money until after the
came
perjury,
around and
they
I started
set about
liking
buying a home.
Are you ready to make a move?
As you can see, I'm ready for a lot that's new.
Oh, good heavens.
It says,
right.
A
well,
new
this
start.
is a great area. There's some wonderful surgery centers nearby.
We're doing it. We're really doing this.
Yes, we're going to get you.
Income flow. We have plenty of outgoing income.
No savings, no credit. I mean, we had some stimmy. That went to his hospital bills. But there's one thing we do have.
Work ethic.
Right, no work ethic. But there's one thing we do have. We do have a daughter. I was just on autopilot before when I said we didn't.
Okay,
it's
come on.
2006. That's all good enough for me. We're going to put you in a ninja loan. No income, no jobs, no assets. And you don't have to pay a penny for 2 years.
Oh, ninja, please. So we'll take something cozy and intimate, a one-bedroom.
We're bigger.
Yeah, how about something nice, a 3-bedroom?
3 does sound bigger.
Oh, it definitely is.
You have to remember that this was a time when banks were eager to create as much debt as possible.
5-bedroom, 4-car garage.
And I know that you guys are going to be okay with just one master bathroom. Because a lot of people do prefer 2. You know, they like to just have it.
Maybe separate, so we have it.
So we have it. That way.
So we have it.
That way you have it.
Yeah.
We really need one?
I'm just going to interrupt for a second. You don't need a wine cellar if you want to do wine tastings in your butler's kitchen.
I mean, this really isn't what we discussed.
Well, we didn't discuss any of this, but, yes, I guess that way we have it.
Yeah.
That
we
way
have
you'll
it.
definitely have it.
Yeah, you see, they bring up a good point. Just so they have it, right? You should get a wine cellar. Just so you have it. Just so you have it. But that's DSP in a nutshell right there. Just so we have it. Let's just get the shower head with like 10 million settings. Just so we have it. We may not need it, but just so we have it. Just so we have it. Just in case we ever want it. So we have it.
It's like boom, 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 but it's heavy pressure.
Why do you have to hear bum, bum,
You
bum,
can
bum,
stand
bum?
in the shower like, oh man, you can move around like this, and you just hit you in every spot. Your arms, your...
Look at this. Look at this, right? So he gets this thing that's detachable, and you can kind of like move it around your body. No. Just leave it up there and just dance around the fucking water. So then, why do you need the detachable water comb? You could do that with just a normal head. But I feel like a lot of shower heads, though, do come with that anyway, so it's not really like an added cost. But the way he describes it is so, like, ridiculous.
Back, your ass, like, oh, this is so good. It feels so good.
I bet he gets really excited talking about
I'm just so happy because a lot of the stuff in my house, no exaggeration, is 10 years old. The old shower rod, shower curtain, not the liner, of course, the liner you have to change, but all the shit that used to be in my bathroom, basically, you know, it was old, very old. Now I was able to upgrade to better equipment. Even the ring on the wall, you see where the pipe is going into the wall, that ring that goes around it, that's new too. I bought a new one. All right,
okay,
so
wow.
I know this is silly.
I think all that came together,
like, wow,
though.
This feels serious right now. I'm showing you some stuff that's new in my house. This is not a super serious segment. I hope you understand that.
Okay, it's not serious,
but
guys.
I just wanted to show you. This is something that definitely.
Then, what? This isn't serious. I just wanted to show you this so we could laugh about showers. But don't worry, I got the best shower head. I'm just joking though, but I got the best one. This dude, it's so lame. He will say something and then realize, okay, this does sound a little, like, silly. Better say, I'm just being silly.
Definitely has improved this year, okay? What you're seeing here is my actual laptop desk that sits in front of me when I stream. Desk? I have never shown this to you guys like this before.
Wow, what a great angle. You can
and the reason I'm showing you this is a couple things. Number one, you can see my level 1 podcast mug there. And of course, today I'm wearing.
What is that thing? The little like button set. Like, what is that for his fan? What is that for?
Dead Redemption style DSP logo, right? That's one of the cool things that's new. Merch. I have not had merchandise, guys, since 2021.
So look at the coaster.
Because of my trolls and the harassment that they gave me on the internet. Basically, all those companies wouldn't work with me anymore.
He never tried other companies. He never did. He tried one and then called it a day. He never tried other companies. And why the fuck would he care? Think about it. When he had it, he never uploaded it. He sat on so many designs that he never uploaded. He told us, like, oh, these designs, I just not gonna upload them. And then his store got shut down, and he's like, I was gonna upload so much stuff, guys. Shut up.
They actually believed the nonsense, the slander against me, saying that I'm a bigot and I'm a racist. As you guys know, every day I'm coming on stream, and all I do is I say bigoted, racist things. That's why I'm known as the king of hate, right, everybody?
Dude, this is so lame. You realize not every bigot just says bigoted things like 24/7, right? And again, he could just be an ignorant person. Being ignorant and saying like hateful stuff unknowingly is kind of the problem of being ignorant to things and not being open to why some things you thought were maybe wrong. Like he's great about so many things and he acts so like lame about it. I mean, again, just look at. I'm trying to find a good example, but I'm not gonna bother. But just like how he acted about when people told him depression is a disorder, not a disease, and he got so mad. Like that's not a behavior from an open-minded person. That's more of how a ignorant person acts. This dude is just ignorant to like how other people go about life. He's ignorant to how other people like go like live their lives, basically. And he says a lot of stuff that can be interpreted badly, and then when people try to correct him on that, he gets uppity with them. But this dude acts as if like, I don't say hateful stuff 24/7, guys. Like, yeah, no shit, dude. But sometimes you do say some like fucked up things. He did say the R word too. He did say R slurs before, and again, he was shut down for hateful slurs in the past, which could be anything. But he's not. But he doesn't want to open with that. He doesn't want to like think what could that possibly mean because he thinks it's hateful speech. Okay,
buddy. Everyone knows me as a horrendous person who's just constantly bringing down other races. Yes, but that's what they told these companies, and the companies are so brain dead stupid and so woke and so eager to cancel someone for something someone else says. They kicked me out.
But again, he's already pushing that all this stuff is fake. But he doesn't like look too deep as what is being said. The slave trade joke is a good example of this. People bring up, "Hey Phil, I found this offensive and kind of racist because you're telling that a black girl is gonna be sold to the slave trade," and DSP decides to, instead of just like as anyone would see. I could see why you could think that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it like that. I was trying to make a joke about the police officer, but I think that is a distasteful joke, and I am sorry, or whatever the fuck. But instead, he goes with, I'm not racist, stupid. You're racist for thinking that. Like, it's backwards thinking. If this was so open-minded and not a hateful person, he should at least be open to being told, hey, Phil, maybe your joke is a little offensive. And then he could be like, oh, I guess it is. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But the problem with that, honestly, is he has butchered the meaning of an apology. Like, he can't apologize and people will take him seriously. Only his dental. His dental will be the only ones to take his apologies sincerely. His apologies have all been crap forever. Like, I every time he does it, I really don't believe his apologies. I don't care. He could be on his knees crying and I'll still not believe him. I can't. And this dude is like seeming like, oh, I do this, man. Yeah, but you're not open to when you're actually called out about when you say something that could be problematic. Oh my god.
And stopped making merch. But this year, I was able to find a company who didn't want to listen to any of the nonsense, who knew who I was ahead of time, who knew I wasn't like that, and I wasn't that kind of person. And they said, yes, we will work with you. So now I can have that mug, and I can have this sweatshirt, and I can sell t-shirts. And you guys...
He didn't try anywhere else because
enjoy...
it's so insane. He never tried other places because he convinced himself all of them are woke. All of them are run by Anita Sarkeesian, and she has the final say of who gets to have a merch shop. Like, he has created some form of woke mafia that goes around and does stuff. Like, in a meaningful way. Whatever, okay.
Merch as well for the first time in so long, alright? But in addition, what I wanted to show you there was the keyboard and mouse. That's actually my current keyboard.
If he tried like Redbubble or anything else, it would take him $0 to invest in doing that. So why not? So why didn't he try these other places anyway? Why do you have to wait until someone else came along and forced them to sign up with them, basically? Like come on.
Keyboard and mouse that I'm using to broadcast. This keyboard is a Logitech keyboard.
Oh, wow, Logitech.
And it's a pretty high-end keyboard. As you can see, it's pulsating with RGB right now on camera. See that?
Remember when he used to hate RGB and his entire room is his RGBs up the ass? I remember when he was getting his little streaming PC, he was like, I don't need RGBs because this is for the stream. I don't care. And guess what? It got RGBs. So, you know what that means. We're going to get pre-streams. Just him bragging about how he has all these lights turned on, even lights we can't even see or appreciate. And this is going to be time dedicated to doing this. Like, DSP says that RGBs are a problem because it's distracting, it's like dangling keys in front of your face, all this stuff. But no one else who has RGBs spends as much time talking about them as much as DSP does. It's really almost as if the people at DSP say that gets RGBs that are like distracted by the lights and all this stuff is DSP in reality. Because this dude is so RGB pilled that that's all he's about now.
See that?
You see that?
And this mouse is a Logitech mouse. RGB? It also has RGBs that it pulsates with.
This RGB.
They're pretty high-end stuff. And they're great. And this is my equipment that I use every day now for my setup. Everything else there is old. Like the microphone's actually 10 years old, but maybe I'll upgrade it eventually.
No,
right?
Why upgrade? Dude, Rich gets a new mic, right? And I guarantee you, this dude is gonna get the same mic he mocked Rich for having. I guarantee it. And he's gonna sit there and tell us how it's such a cool mic, as this dude mocked Rich for that same mic. This dude is so fucking brain dead. It is incredible. This dude will sit there and mock something and then end up getting the thing he mocked. And he never learned at all maybe he should not, like, get ahead of himself and shit on something if he may possibly get it. Again, this dude shat on gaming PCs for years, gets a gaming PC, and he already gave Kat the Xbox Series X and the base PlayStation 5 because he got a gaming PC. This dude is so lame.
That little mouse that you see right there is this one, and this is also brand new. This is a little portable mouse, flat one, that I use to do my capture streaming setup while the other stuff controls my gaming PC. If you don't know, in the upper left-hand corner, see that red box? That's my Scarlett. That is the box that takes in the microphone feed and converts it to USB signal so I can actually use this studio-style microphone on my capture PC. And by the way, yes, that is my over 10-year-old capture and streaming PC that you can see there in the background. And that is going to go very soon because now I have the replacement. All right?
Sure.
All right, so that's number 2.
All right, that's number 2.
This you've already seen if you watched my stream the other night.
Oh, you already
But
moved
just
it.
as a focus and a close-up.
I remember ALT was dogging on this dude for, like, setting up the PC and the stream PC, like, vents kissing each other, basically. And I was pretty much exchanging heat. But I kind of feel like he was going to move that anyway. It didn't look like he was... I doubt that it would stay there. That would be crazy if he did, though.
Here. This is my current gaming PC with the RGBs going crazy. To the left of it is my brand spanking new capture and streaming PC. And to the far right, if you can see it there, kind of cramped to the side, is the new battery backup UPS power supply that I also just bought.
UPS power supply. Man, this dude loves saying the acronym, then saying what the acronym, like, means, basically.
So again, the gaming PC was donated to me. But the new PC, the power supply, all that stuff, the cords on the floor, all that stuff I bought my own money.
Technically,
you guys
actually wrong. In a semantic-y kind of fun way. The Vectrex fight stick that is plugged into the little gaming PC, that I believe was donated. So that's not every cord.
Supported me with. Okay?
Alright, okay.
So thank you. What a setup.
Yeah, man.
Now, of course.
I love his little claps. Yeah, man, clap. But man, Rich, who the fuck's calling? I don't know this number. Shut up. Fucking go to voicemail, bitch.
These two PCs will not be sitting next to each other when I actually get everything working. What'll happen is the gaming PC will stay on that side of the room where it is, and the capture streaming PC will be over here to my left, and the capture device will likely be sitting in the middle, which is where it is right now. It's actually the old capture device is sitting in the middle of my floor.
I really love that he can't do an internal fucking capture device. I think that's so funny to me. Because, like, you would think Mr. Streamer Man would want to do that in a meaningful way, but I kind of feel like he was never going to do that. But he never does any research because this guy is so smart.
Capture device will be sitting in the middle of the floor as well. I don't know what else to do about that. I have to run cables
what am I gonna do?
with an external capture device, right?
Why?
Pretty cool.
Oh my god, whatever. I'm not going to solve these problems.
By the way, I received a $2.25 tip from Mr. Puffy Nipples. How much would it cost to fix your master bathroom? Probably a ton. I have a very sneaking suspicion that the pipe in my master bathroom behind...
Oh! So, actually, now... Someone did remind him of the master bathroom. Okay.
The shower was leaking and caused a big mold problem behind the wall, which would mean the entire removal of the wall, cleaning the mold out, and then rebuilding the wall. Also, the whole shower system, the caulk had worn out around it, and water was leaking there, and I believe there's mold there too. So essentially, the entire shower would need to be removed from the ground. Everything would have to be cleaned and rebuilt from scratch. So you're probably talking like 20 grand. That's my guess. Plus, the bathroom itself is ancient and outdated and messed up. I would want to redo the floors. I would want to redo the cabinetry.
Okay.
I would probably want to redo the fixtures, like the lighting. So probably it's a full redo, which is probably even more expensive. So I'm not looking to redo my master bathroom anytime soon. That would be something for way down the line. Maybe if I refinance my home, if the economy turns around or something.
Yeah, I'm sure, buddy. I'm glad we're talking about this.
So,
still. Again,
that's
all the problems are solved by
PC
waiting.
equipment right now, and you know, gonna have it hopefully up and running very soon. There you go. Dark Mega says, I used to help my cousin who does bathroom remodeling. It's around $20,000 just for the shower area. There you go. Continuing on.
There you go.
This is my new ceiling fan here in the office. I've been talking about it recently. You've seen the light. I mean,
why does he have soundproofing foam away from the camera? We can't see it, Phil. Duh. Man, okay, but whatever. Okay.
In fact, you want to see the light? You've seen the light.
Cool.
And now the light's going away. You've seen enough of the light. But the fan is great. The fan definitely cools this office down, circulates the air well. I don't need to have the oscillating fan blowing on me anymore. Now, I very well may need an oscillating fan when it gets warmer, but for now, this is absolutely perfect. It's really good. I mean, this is what you need for a room like this. It's absolutely perfect.
I think you need AC, actually. I don't think you need a fan.
I hope that you guys understand. Again, something like this, it's innocuous. Oh, it's a fan. What's the big deal? No, honestly, this really improves the setup. It makes it livable in here. It used to be stuffy and just always feeling like you're inside of a small box that's just, the air quality is terrible. Just having a fan to move the air.
But, okay.
All right.
But if the room is full of dust and you have a fan, guess what's going to happen to the dust? It's going to move around. Whatever.
Move the air.
A fan's going to improve the air. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how that works.
It's mid-spin. Exactly. I took a picture mid-spin, but my camera was good, so it actually kind of freeze-framed it, which is really nice. Okay. Yeah, Iron Chef Sakai is commenting. He says, damn, you still have the weird bendy lights. That used to be my old lighting. Like, no exaggeration. I didn't have a ring light like I have today.
Oh my God! Wrong. I'm not letting that slide because over this simple fact, I believe you only had like a ceiling light. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't think he ever used that unless he sat at the PC when he streamed. I don't know. I don't believe it. Hard to believe.
Freaking college dorm bendy light.
Whatever.
I'm gonna get rid of it now because I don't need it anymore. Why? I have a ceiling fan. I have the ring light, and by the way, I have new lighting coming this weekend. I think it's coming on Saturday now. It's not a ring light, but you know how they make those lights now that are like big rectangles?
Why do you need that?
And they have, they're really good. Everyone uses them now for streaming.
Oh my God, dude! This dude bragged for years. I'm not like these other streamers. I don't do this. I'm so different. I'm so special. And now he's getting all these things that other streamers have. I thought you're different. You do things very differently, right? But then, if people start bullying him that way, then it's going to be very specific yet again about it. This guy has no, like, creative thought in his little baby brain. He just does stuff for the sake of it. Never thinks about what he wants to do. Just what other people do. So that way, he can't, if it sucks, he can blame other people. That's how he works.
Attach it to my desk here as an arm. I'm going to try to put it right here. And not only does it do all different kinds of lighting for filming, but also it does RGB. So if I wanted to do fancy effects, like RGB effects and stuff, I could do that too. And it's all programmable to my phone with an app.
Oh my God, RGB again. We were getting hit with RGB again. And it's just gonna be him just playing with the lights sometimes. That's whatever.
Be able to like mess around. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, right. He's gonna mess around. This dude doesn't do anything fun. You realize that only now he's starting to actually have like the RGBs behind him change color. Before it would just be stationary colors, so then he would have to be like, oh, I'm gonna make it like this for this and this for that, and all this stuff. Now he actually has like different colors.
Well, that's coming over the weekend. So
whatever. Okay. I hope you guys are ready for Christmas.
Oh God, Baldic says you had a fan living in your ceiling. Now you have a ceiling mounted fan. Don't remind me. We used to joke about a fan. I had an obsessive fan living in my walls. Remember?
Oh, hilarious! I'm laughing.
Currently did. We're staring at them. Those are my blackout curtains. So just remember, you now have blackout curtains. I didn't take a picture of the blackout curtains. Wait, yes, I did. What the?
This dude is something.
I inadvertently did. We're staring at them. Those are my blackout curtains.
What? I inadvertently took a picture. Like, oh my god. It's very obvious. This dude was just sitting in his little gamer chair and like, okay, this is gonna be for the podcast. And that's it. He didn't like walk around and took actual like meaningful photos. I just love that it's all elongated photos. Like, it would be a little bit more cinematic to be, horizontal, not vertical. But whatever.
So like you can see how it looks silver and metallic? It is. The back of the curtains is silver and reflective. So when the sun is hitting the office wall, it bounces the sunlight back, causing a cooling.
Okay.
It doesn't get as...
I don't think it does a cool down. I think it just simply just bounces it back. But he can believe that if he wants.
As it used to, but it still stays kind of warm when it's hot outside. That's why I also needed like the fan and everything else. So there you go. Those are my blackout curtains, which you have never seen before. You're actually seeing the other oscillating fan there too, standing there.
So he had a fan.
And my ceiling fan. Okay.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
So he has 2 fans now. All right.
Yes, it is official. As of today, Thanksgiving 2024.
As of today,
DSP has exposed himself. He has shown his washer dryer that he bought, showing that I was not lying, that we did spend a pretty penny and got a new washer dryer.
Wow, we are just clapping for buying. And his clapping is so bad. It's just this. This is how you clap? This is like a very weak clap. It's like stupid. Again, he says we're just cringe for having a applause track as this dude does this, and you would argue this is more cringe, honestly. Like, man. And it's getting to the point where it's probably like a reflex at this point. I don't think he's consciously thinking about it anymore. It's just gonna be like, it's like when he says like he says a statement that says I agree or whatever. Like he says I agree and all that kind of stuff so much that it's now just like a habit. And this clap is gonna become that, where he just does it on command like a fucking dog. Oh my god, now it's getting louder. Jesus Christ.
See?
Man.
I backed my shit up. I didn't lie. I actually did get a new washer dryer.
Oh my god.
All right?
Okay.
These are LG, and these are pretty top of the line. Meaning these are not even like the big. These are like the high-end models.
Yeah, man.
Expanded.
Again, this is what you do when you're like strapped for cash and you've had a history of like things going bad very quickly and all this stuff, right? You always go for the high-end stuff, right? You don't cheap out. Even though like you tell us you live paycheck to paycheck and this and that. Like it is so funny how this dude acts as if he's like, you know, when he's strapped for cash, he's like, I don't go for these. I don't rip myself off. I'm very smart. I buy stuff and this and that. The second he gets a lot of money, buy. High end shit all the time. Immediately. Yeah, man, you're very smart when you buy stuff. Okay.
Expanded.
This dude definitely just goes to the appliance store. Hello, hello, appliance, sir, ma'am. I don't want to offend, okay? Appliance person. I'm Phil Burnell, and I'm looking for a washer dryer. We had this old one, and it like didn't wash clothes. And they would give him the whole backstory of why the originals broke and this and that. So I want to know, what is the top of the line primo washer dryer combo? Okay, I don't want a single device. I don't want a double. Okay, I want a dryer and a washer. Okay, but you gotta be primo stuff. Okay, primo. And then the guy would see dollar signs, and it says, "Guy, okay, you want this LG has like 20 million cycles, and just so you have it."
Capacity, so you can fit way more in these. All right, than you could in a normal washer dryer.
Man.
And the reason that we did that is because with the old ones that I used to have, we used to have a problem with the comforter. Like we'd have a comforter for our bed. you'd put it in, and it would constantly clog up saying uneven load, uneven load. Like, oh, come on. So it would take all day to wash the comforter because you'd have to keep resetting the cycle. With this one, it's super extra big capacity, so it never actually says uneven load. We put a ton of shit in there, and it doesn't actually do anything.
It doesn't
in that
do
regard.
anything?
And it's really nice. And the dryer has all these nice features. The dryer has a steam ability. So let's say, for example, you wash a load of clothes, you dry them, but then you don't get to fold them right away. Because, right, well, you're not pictured here. We have a nice big new hamper that we bought that we throw the clothes in, and then later on we pull them out, we fold them, put them away. But what if you don't get a chance to do that right away? Well, then they're going to get all wrinkly, right? Well, you toss them back into the dryer, and you press steam cycle, and it steams your clothes and gets all the wrinkles out. Cool. These are awesome. Like I said, these are very expensive. These were over $1,000 each. Okay, and then on top of that, tax, delivery, and
so $2,000 together. Honestly, he could have gotten this at any time. But I mean, I don't know his bills. I don't know how much his bills are, so I guess I can't say for sure. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, if you're thinking about getting a washer dryer, I just got to warn all of you. All right, you ready for this?
Ready for this?
They hit you with so many hidden fees that you're not aware of. So you go to check out to buy the washer dryer, and they're like, oh, well, you're aware you have to buy a whole new kit. You have to get the new water lines, the new electrical cords, the ties, everything. You're like, wait, I have to get what? Yeah, you have to buy all that new. They won't even install it with the old shit in your house. They make you buy new ones for your new washer dryer.
So how is that a hidden fee? Maybe he's going to tell us what the hidden part of that is, because that seems very straightforward. Like, oh, you're buy all this stuff.
And that costs hundreds of dollars. Like the kit for one was like $78. The kit for the other was like $60, $70. They just charge you out the ass. All right. And then on top of that, then there's fee. Oh, removal of the old.
But that's not a hidden fee. They told you straight up. Get a new water line. Get this, get that. And like, I mean, would all the water lines be the same for all models? Like, if I switch from LG to like Miele or fucking Samsung and all this stuff, they'd all work all together, all different sizes too? Maybe, probably. I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
Old washer dryer, that's like $80. Like, what? So by the time you're done, you're like, oh, it's going to cost me $2,000 to get a new washer dryer. No, it's over $3,000. Like, damn. But we were able to do it again.
But what's the hidden
thanks
part?
to you guys. All right.
He says hidden
so thank you again.
And it says
and
that
it was
these are
seamless.
things that
And it was
they
awesome.
tell you you're gonna have
and now
to
we
buy.
have nice, clean clothes
So that's
without
not
wrinkles.
really hidden.
Thanks to you. Really appreciate it.
Hidden fees would be like, you buy the thing, and then you see these weird charges that are like, premium service pro. I don't fucking know. I mean, I just remember seeing like some news story about like hidden fees, and it's just like hidden service fees. Like, oh, like whatever the fuck. I buying a new water line and power cable, I don't find that to be that like different, because I mean, I would assume you would need that stuff with whatever. Okay.
This is the downstairs ceiling fan. This is the one that gave us problems.
Very crooked,
all right,
by the way.
Because basically
it looks like it's just gonna like
the electrician
like, it's just
took
gonna,
the
like,
old ceiling light fixture out, and he put one of these up, and it would not spin. It would only spin like boom, 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 and then stop, and then boom, 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 and then stop. The motor blew out, so we had to get a second one. All right. However, this is really good. What you can't really see from this angle, I couldn't get a wide enough angle with the phone, but these are.
This dude is really a boomer. He really is. He could move the camera horizontally, and then the phone will magically have a bigger field of view. This is definitely the kind of guy that would take his phone and record a video portrait style. And now think about it. This dude is so stupid. I can't do it, man. I can't do a landscape. It's hard.
Really long fan blades, because this fan is meant to move the air in my dining room and my kitchen, and it's meant to essentially move air in this giant open space. So that's why it's a much bigger fan than the one that I have here. Now it's a little dirty. As you can see, we got to clean the ceiling around it. We haven't had a chance to do that. You know, you get up on a ladder, probably some cleaner bleach and clean around it because there's scratches and stuff from the fixture that was removed. And don't worry, because already you got Iron Chef Sakai saying, what about the crack? There's no crack. It's built like.
I think he's talking about the thing in the ceiling, but that's probably a scratch, honestly. Because I feel if it was a crack, it would be kind of there'd be more. Unless he's talking about the thing on like the left side, but that just seems like it has a hard time fitting, you know, whatever.
Like that. The way the fan is built, as it rotates, it's meant to have maneuvering and moving. If it didn't have that, it would actually vibrate and loosen. But the way they build fans now is they actually have them so that they move around, and so everything's not solid. Like you can see the bracket where it goes into the mounting unit.
I love that the one time he could use his fucking cursor, he doesn't do it. The one time. When it's a fucking article, he moves the mouse in obnoxious ways. But now we have a photo. I can't use the mouse. Okay.
Unit on the ceiling, there's a little opening there. It's meant to do that. And some people are freaking out. Or the blades. Oh, the blades look like they're not cracked. They're built like that. That's how it's installed. Don't worry. The electrician knows what he's doing. Fans are designed this way now. This fan here is doing the same thing. This fan has a little bit of a give where it moves a little bit. It's not meant to be a solid.
We are talking about fucking cracks, man.
Is that a painting? No, that is literally a thing from IKEA in the background that I got 10 years ago when I first moved in.
This dude is so fucking corny, man. He buys a thing from IKEA that's just a picture. The most kitsch thing. Like you have no interest, no desire. Remember, these are gamers. Remember he was like showing us that I have all these gamer pictures in the hallway. But we can't put anything else that's interesting here. Let's get this thing from IKEA. Man, this dude is so boring. He doesn't have to get a fucking Monet or whatever the fuck. He could just get something that's a little bit nicer. I don't know. Getting something from IKEA like this, it's just kind of corny and kitsch. It's just like, at this point, you must just take it down and leave a blank wall. It's the same thing.
All that is a print that's stretched out on a frame. And we put it on the wall. It's of a nice like ocean wave. It looks nice, but it doesn't look as nice from this angle, basically. But it's pretty nice. It's like a big ocean backdrop.
Why do you want to print of an ocean backdrop? Man, this dude. No
on
taste.
Our dining room.
This guy has
wall.
no taste.
Okay, so the fan is great. In truth, we haven't even really used the fan yet, and we're going to use it today. Probably with all the cooking my wife's going to be doing, she'll probably finally be using the fan. We've used the. Okay, so the fan is great. In truth, we haven't even really used the fan yet. And we're going to use it today, probably with all the cooking my wife's going to be doing. Okay. She'll probably finally be using the fan. We've used the light every single day. It's great. It's a great light. It's good for when we're eating.
Yeah,
it's good for when we're doing stuff like cleaning back there to see. And it's dimmable. I mean, it's a nice dimmable light that you can adjust the level. So you can actually see, you want it bright, it's super bright, and by the way, it does like daylight, it does all in between, then it does like soft light, so it's all these different colors of white light that you can cycle through and adjust depending on your needs and what you're doing.
I can't
so the
see
lamp itself is great, and then the fan
like,
also is
cat,
great.
Like,
so
just screaming paper, she like
it's absolutely great
by accident.
All right?
Oh no!
Of course.
Oh my god, this is
I'm incredibly grateful for Jasper Kitty. Now Jasper Kitty is in here almost. Yeah.
I love every image of Jasper. It's so boring. It's such a boring picture. And he tells us everything. He does these cute things and this and that, but the pictures we get of him are boring as fuck. Meanwhile, when I babysit my brother's cats, I get fun little pictures of Yuxi and Tiago doing like cat things. Like I really hope the next time I babysit them, like I get another image of Yuxi standing on one of their I don't know what they call them. It's like a tablet tripod thing that connects to the desk. I don't know what they call them. For some reason, every time like Yuxi has sat on there, it's like a very photogenic like image, and I hope she does it again. So I get like a whole series of her standing on that thing. And then I have pictures of Tiago looking pissed at me. There was one. I'm sitting eating dinner, and they have like a little cat shelf that's like right above me, And I look over, and Tiago looks like he's gonna fucking kill me. Like, he just looks fucking angry. And Yuxi's sitting, like, on the cat tree that's, like, right in the corner, just, like chill. Like, oh, yeah, oh, he's gonna kill him? Okay. Like, just like, waiting for the show to start. She's just sitting there, like, waiting for it to happen. And Tiago's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you to get your food. And I'm like, oh, shit, this cat. Tiago has gotten an attitude, okay? I don't know what's going on with him, but he has an attitude now. I don't know what's been going on, but he's going through something.
You know, a lot. You've seen him on camera quite a bit. He's our beloved pet. Yes, in many ways, he's like a son to me.
Oh my god, this son shit is so annoying because this guy goes back and forth on it. One day he'll say, yeah, he's like my son. And then the other is, I don't think he's my son, he's a cat. It really is like, he'll say it like just, oh yeah, he's like my son and not think much about it. But when people start like either teasing him about Jasper being his son or whatever, he gets very insecure about it. And it's very like all over the place. And it's like, man, pick a lane, man. It's a fucking cat. And a lot of people can like definitely mock him because he's like, well, wow, this is your son. That's embarrassing. I mean, if that's how he views it, Jasper, hey, so be it. Let the man dream, right? Because I mean, do we really want DSP to have a living son?
Here he is napping next to our receiver for our surround sound system in the living room. Our receiver is incredibly old, like over a decade old. And here he is taking a nice little nap. I thought that you would enjoy seeing Jasper Kitty in like a super duper HD picture, right?
Yes. Okay.
He's so funny. He goes everywhere. He'll sleep next to there. He'll sleep on the floor.
I know what? This guy probably zoomed in, which is a terrible thing to do, by the way, because it reduces the resolution when you do it. And I bet this fucking guy was sitting on the couch like a fucking lazy ass and like, oh, Jasper, okay. And then he just zooms in and then takes a picture. And instead of like either getting closer or just like taking a picture, like, I don't know. But it just looks so bad. It just looks so blurry. It looks like a PS1 game, maybe a PS2 game.
Then he'll sleep at our legs, then he'll snuggle us, then he'll go sleep in his cat tree. He's so unpredictable. You never know what Jasper Kitty's going to do. But he's very cute. I hope to get some more emotes of him for you guys.
Oh my god.
It's just that
I don't want to monetize my cat. All these people who monetize their pets are fucked up. I want more emotes of Jasper Kitty. Dude, you don't take any pictures of him that are interesting. Okay.
You don't often get really high quality. Like, he's been on camera on the podcast, but I bet it's hard to like isolate a frame.
Oh
and
my
then, like,
god, he has
take
to
a
be
screen
on.
Grab of
He has
just
to be on the fucking stream. You can't just take a picture. Whatever.
Face or something. You know, it would be nice to get a nicer picture of him. Maybe like a full body picture of him to have as an emo.
Why can't you?
That'd be pretty cool, right?
Why can't you?
I treated it with my brain says next upgrade 1,000-watt subwoofer. No. We don't listen to stuff loud at all. We are totally not like that. We would prefer to have something at mid to low volume. We have a subwoofer, and we have it turned almost all the.
Dude says, "Oh, buy a subwoofer." I don't need one. I have one though. This is what I mean. This is like he's gonna buy stuff just for the sake of having it and never using it. He got a subwoofer for what reason? I have a subwoofer. And I actually enjoy it because, like, when Guilty Gear music blasts through it, it is so fucking nice. And then listening to Nier, I have the Nier concert Blu-rays. Listening to that, and it's so fucking good. Listening to Snow in Summer, that's really when I started to know that song is a banger. I love that song.
All the way down, it's like almost minimum. We just want a little bit of bass. More listeners. That's it. We don't want anything crazy. We also don't listen to anything that has bass anyway. We're not listening to like fucking hip hop music.
Yeah, because dude, this dude thinks only hip hop has bass. Bass is in everything. Whatever. Okay.
Or anything. So.
Yes. You can only enjoy bass if you listen to hip hop.
No, I agree. Iron Chef Sakai says I still have a Sony receiver and speakers from 2007. They still kick ass. They don't make them like they used to. Why did you buy a subwoofer? Sony stuff tends to last a long time. It's pretty reliable. I've had 2 Sony receivers since like the year 2000.
Whoa.
No lie. They last a ridiculously long time. And one that only blew out because I didn't have it plugged into a surge protector and the power went out. And it died, and then I had to buy a replacement, and that's the replacement, and I've had that for like over a decade.
It died.
So Sony stuff lasts a really long time. It's expensive, but it's worth the money for sure. That's why I'm happy with this TV I have right now. 4K, 120 hertz. You know, I'm happy with the TV because it has all those capabilities, and I future-proofed. When I bought this 2 years ago, I bought a TV, Sony TV, that was expensive. But man, it does everything I need today, 2 years later, and it's going to keep doing everything I want for the future. I'm so glad that I spent that money.
Okay.
Jade says, where would we like to go today in Flight Sim? I don't know yet. We'll talk about it. Right now.
All right, I don't give a fuck about Flight Sim.
After that, it would have been Perry, because Perry did a...
Okay, let's move on.
People are going to stick around, or maybe they're just here for the podcast. We'll have to figure it out.
All right, we'll have to figure it out.
When I was in the 90s, I bought a Sony CD Walkman laptop. I definitely had a set of Sony headphones at one point.
Right.
Multiple Sony receivers, Sony surround.
Multiple Sony receivers. Multiple.
Sound speakers, TVs, like everything, and it lasts. They're good quality stuff, but again, it's pricey. You pay more, but you get a quality product. So there you go.
Yeah,
except for the PlayStation controllers, those are terrible and they break within a year.
Oh man,
done on purpose. So you have to buy another one.
Mine will break within a year.
And ladies and gentlemen, last but absolutely positively not least,
I love that she's last. But the other thing is, this dude said he had other pictures of their wedding night, and he was debating sharing those photos. And now we'll never see them, and we'll just get this greasy ass picture. And again, there's all these other images of DSP smiling where he looks genuinely happy. This just looks like the most like I'm laughing because because people say this is a good time to smile kind of like this is the smile a kid does when the mom wants a picture of him. Smile, honey. Okay. And that's it. Like Kat's the only one that's genuinely happy, but she doesn't know what she got into. But man, this is man, I don't know how to call this picture. It's just so corny. I do kind of wish in the back of my mind that they took this picture of the old Burnell condo he used to live in. That would be so funny to me, but no. This is parents. Obviously.
My wife, Kat, who changed my life.
Yeah, how? Because I feel a lot of these changes DSP has done are just like out of fear of the woke mob he created for himself.
When I met her in 2017,
whatever.
And since then everything's been.
And all she has become to him is honestly a caretaker. That's all she is, honestly. She's just a caretaker. She's not a person. You know, I see all these other couples and they're like, you know, normal people. I see them and all I see is like. She's the caretaker for DSP. Like, go back to when he was like living on his own when Leanna left. He was like getting adrenaline for doing laundry. He didn't know how to cook for himself. He was doing whatever. And the only thing he was hyped about, flying Kat over, was her being the second income. He told us, guys, think about it. I'm gonna have a second income. That's more money to save and use. Cooking. She loves cooking. Cleaning. She loves cleaning. She's like me. We don't like dirty stuff. He only hyped her up as like that, and then he would be like, and she's a cool person. Yeah, I want to spend time with her, and it just feels like the only reason why I want to spend time with her, just so that she doesn't leave. That's all it comes off as. Every time you talk about Kat, it just seems he wants to like do the opposite of Leanna. Like it kind of feels like he felt very secure with Leanna, thinking that she's not gonna leave him. And then the moment that he was like, okay, yeah, get a job, Leanna. She gets a job, and then that's where the relationship went south. And then this time around, yeah, she can have a job, but I'm gonna make sure I'm like hovering over her so she has no time to think. Maybe I'm neglecting her, because it kind of feels like Leanna probably felt that he was neglecting her in a lot of other ways. So he's like, overcorrecting that to an absurd amount. Like, he'll leave her home alone, but like, you know, he wants to make sure she sees him every second of every day.
And an upward climb for me. Really. I mean, I feel like ever since I met her, this has been...
Wait, what?
When I met her in 2017, and since then, everything's been an upward climb for me. Really?
I know what he means, but I always assume when people say it's an uphill climb, it seems like it's like a struggle. Because it's not an easy thing, but whatever.
Really? I mean, I feel like ever since I met her, this has been just a dramatic improvement going up and up and up, right? I met her. I changed my life for the better. I became a full-time live streamer. I stopped being as tired.
He became a full-time streamer before she even moved in, by the way. I just want to put that out there. He literally did that because he lost money. Machinima dropped him. The ad revenue, the adpocalypse was going on, so he had to do it. Cat had nothing to do with it. Shut up! Stop lying.
Toxic as I used to be, I stopped being that guy causing...
Hey, guess what? He said this even back then. I'm not toxic anymore. I love everyone. This bullshit of saying I'm not as toxic as I used to be is so fucking annoying. It really just comes off as an addict. I don't drink as much as I used to back then. I only drink a little bit, but not as much, man.
Drama and problems. I started to actively try to improve my life for the better.
What drama was he causing? This dude still acts the same way. Literally. Think about it. Even if you take him at his word, oh, I would be aggressive to other people. I would say shit to other people all the time. Guess what, guys? He has all these segments now shitting on Rich. He talked about how Rich is scaring him because Rich did a stream with the Level 1 podcast behind him. Scary stuff, right? He mocked Ethan Ralph. He mocked Cog. He mocked all these other people and chat on trolls every day. That's not starting shit? Okay. And again, this is stuff he did back then. I'm not starting shit. Then with the same stuff anyway on Twitter. This is nonsense. And then like on Twitter he would say stuff, and now he tries his best to just have the most sanitized Twitter experience because he doesn't want to start shit. Just because he doesn't want to deal with the repercussion if he's wrong or whatever. It has nothing to do with him wanting to be a better person. It's really so that people can leave him alone. That's why when you see the fucking State of Decay 2 situation, it literally was him getting mad. Then, he apologized, then said, oh, that was my depression. Then after that, he's like, yeah, these people are being a bunch of bitches, and I said this, and all that other bullshit. And it's like, so you didn't really mean it then, right? Like, fuck off. So this whole thing about, I'm not as toxic as I used to be, it's just a fucking charade. It's just a little show he puts on to make him sound so cool.
I started eating better. I stopped drinking as much.
Guess what? He only started eating better because she was there cooking. Guess why he didn't eat good? He was the only one in the house. You see what I mean? That Kat's not as much of a soulmate as she is a soul caretaker. Like, she's literally you see, like, you know, the elderly, you know, the old, like, you know, on TV or whatever, or in real life, you leave your grandma at home, and you have like a caretaker or a nurse or whatever that stays at home with them, and like they take care of them. That's what Cat is to DSP, and you realize DSP is 40 years old, and he acts as if he's a geriatric. He actually kind of acts like one too, in a lot of ways. It's really funny that this dude is like 40 years old, and he acts as if he's 80 years old. Like, it's so funny. And then he's like, why are people calling me a boomer? Bitch, you act like one.
Right? I basically changed, and I mean, that goes in line here with my health as well. Like, look at me today. Versus this is when we got married in 2019. Even now, I've lost weight. I'm healthier now. I'm happier. And let me tell you, it's because of her. You understand? Because I met her.
This is so corny, man. This is so corny. And you know what? This is also distasteful. Because if you're truly happy and truly thankful, why do you have to put all these things on a pedestal like this? And it's just like, okay, man, good for you. It comes off as like showing off more than being thankful. So you were never happy until you met her, really, man? But then you go back then, he's like, oh, I'm happy, man. This is the happiest time. I'm the master of my own time. Go back and listen to these weird-ass rants in 2017 when Leanna left and he was telling us how he's the master of his time again. But it's just whatever.
She changed my life. And I wish this kind of happiness upon everyone.
And it's kind of corny, right? It's kind of like, I don't want to necessarily say it's a gender role or a type of thing like that. Because I don't know if it's necessarily that exactly, but it is a thought process that a lot of boomers had, like, in the 20s. Oh yeah, your life is truly happy when you find a wife. Oh, you get married, have kids. That's when you're truly happy. When it's like, life isn't that clear cut. People can find happiness in anything, if they just live their life the way they want to or whatever, right? You know, whatever. But it's so like boomer mentality of like, oh yeah, I am now a happy man because I have a wife and I live in a house. Like, you just go through a checklist of things. Because honestly, you listen to this dude enough, and you listen to his life story, and it just seems so corny. And so like, this is the ideal American relationship kind of shit. And now, and if this becomes such a meme to the point where DSP starts saying stuff to break that narrative I have, right? It just comes off fake because this dude has no creative thought with anything. Whatever. I don't know. It's kind of petty and semantic-y, sure, because, you know, I don't know this dude's life situation. But when you say shit like this, it just sounds very cringe and corny. Like a Hallmark fucking card.
One out there watching right now, I hope that all of you one day can find a significant other who is your better half, who compliments you perfectly, and who...
See how corny this is? So, because this insinuates, again, it's an unintended consequence or whatever the fuck, but it insinuates that you're not happy being single. And that, like, oh, when you find someone else, that's when you truly find happiness and being whole as a person. Like, fuck off with this mentality. What if I'm happy being single? What if I'm happy not finding another person? How does he know so well that the person he's talking to on the other side of the camera is depressed about being single and lonely? Whatever.
Can change your life for the better, because it has been such a positive life change for me. And every day, I know, no matter what happens, if it's a bad day, if it's a good day, if it's just an okay day, she's still going to be here with me.
That you can't
to
leave.
Share the experience with me and to make it better.
She can't get out.
She's got my back and I've got hers, and that's the kind of relationship that everyone out there wants.
Okay, so where were you, right? In 2018, during the Halloween marathon where people were trolling her, when did you have her back then? Huh? What about that? Oh, after, once you left, that's when you started having a backbone. You didn't, like, decide, okay, honey, here, you play the game, okay, and then you start banning people. Or, you know, talk to her more when she was on camera. Go back to the Dondoku stuff. It seemed very weird, right? They barely talked. They had nothing to say to each other. And it was really like the son giving the mom the controller so that the mom could beat the game for him kind of moment. Like, he didn't give a fuck about Dondoku Island. Only Kat did, because Kat likes Sims now, apparently. But when DSP was playing, he did not give a fuck about what was going on. He hyped those streams up as, we're gonna come up with our cool little island. It's gonna be like we're both gonna build it together. And then you watch it. All right, so how did we get the best ranking? Let's get the best ranking. Like there was no thought process of like generally making a good an island they wanted to make, because all they tied it to was having a good rank. But then it's like, well, why do you play? Isn't it the point to get a higher rank? Yeah, if you're a tryhard, why don't you play a sim game and just go with what you want to build? Like, yeah, not everything's gonna give you an S rank, but why go for that? You know, shouldn't you be trying to make a cool island that you and your wife are making? But it was so cold and like a nothing stream, to the point Kat had to leave because she got bored. She got bored. And that's the only kind of games they played. And it's always like, I don't want to play Street Fighter because I'll beat her. I'll body her in Street Fighter. Dude, why don't you just play and just like play stupid characters? I don't know. Like, why not? Fuck it. Why don't you teach her on stream? You could be like, I teach Kat how to play Street Fighter and this and that. No, because she sucks at it. We can't possibly let her have any agency in a game. Unless it's a sim game where there's no game over state. And it's funny, right? And the next co-op game they were gonna play was Beyond Two Souls. And he was already saying, well, we're not gonna do the 2-player mode. We're just gonna play the single-player mode, and then, like, when we're Aiden, give her the controller. Which is like, even if they do co-op mode, there's still not a game over state. They're definitely afraid. Like, this is reiterating a lot of points I've had in the past. When they brought River City Girls, I knew for a fact they would never play that. Because guess what? You could die in the game.
This is the kind of relationship that you see other content creators, and they're like, oh, look at me.
Oh,
and
my
they
God.
show back, and I've got her.
Again, this is a happy relationship. This is a happy marriage.
And that's the kind of relationship that everyone out there wants.
Everyone what?
Still going to be here with me to share the experience with me and to make it better. She's got my back and I've got hers, and that's the kind of relationship that everyone out there wants.
This sounds like an anime. Like this is something an anime a guy would say as he delivered the final blow. This is a relationship everyone wants, and then he beat the bad guy, and the bad guy's like, oh shit, I got beaten by the power of friendship. What if I don't want that? I mean, I don't know. Like, whatever. Okay. I mean, obviously, yeah. If you want to, marry someone, you kind of have to be compatible. I mean, who? Oh no, I want a fucked up person. I want someone who like hates me and doesn't want to talk to me and wants to kill me. Basically, I want that. That's what I want. Who wants that? What?
This is the kind of relationship that you see other content creators, and they're like, oh, look at me, and they show their significant other off like a.
This isn't. By the way, he hyped up Kat as being a model. Her body is like a model. A model's body. And this, that. He even said like, oh, there's only one bush I want to dive into. And then that magically went away.
A trophy piece. And the next thing you know,
And again, this is all insinuating other people have other like other couples think of their wife like this. This isn't very like fair, and again, this is not what a happy couple does. I just want to let's rewind this again.
This is the kind of relationship that you see.
By the way, this is the kind of relationship. This dude mastered the English language. He's a master of English. This is the relationship that. This is the kind of relationship you see other content creators,
and they're like, oh, look at me,
and they're like,
and they show their significant other off.
This is the kind of relationship that this happens. And guess what? He's a content creator, and guess what? He's showing off. By the way, actually, let's go back in time even further, right? This picture was to show they got married. Isn't that showing off that you got married? Okay, man.
Like a trophy piece.
Isn't this showing her off like a trophy piece? Your arm is literally around her, and all this dude's been talking about Kat is superficial things. She's there for me. She makes good food. She makes me happy. Like, these are all buzzwords that anyone can say about anything. Like, why not just say, like, you know, does she do anything that's kind of funny? Oh, she does this thing that's very cute. She rolls around in bed and she rolls over me like a steamroller. It's so cute when it happens. I can't breathe sometimes, but it's so cute. What about that? Like, does she do anything? Every time she talks about Kat, it always sounds as if she's a fucking idiot. And it's like, she can't drive herself to work. DSP has to drop her off because other people may crash into her. Is she that bad at driving, man?
And the next thing you know, you hear the story of behind the scenes, there's strife, kind of relationship that you see other content creators, and they're like, oh, look.
Again, this is insane. I can't get over this negativity. It blows me away. This dude's like, I'm not as toxic as before, but he's already judging other people, other content creators, assuming, insinuating their relationship isn't real. Again, if anyone said this about him, he'd be so mad. And like, this guy that actually did do that. Hold on a minute. Rich said that they don't have a real family. And DSP goes on and starts shitting on him, saying, who are you to say what's a real family, Rich? And all this other bullshit. But this guy just says other people, and sure, you can argue, oh, they were saying this about Rich, but you know what? What's fucked up about this is that this is kind of like dancing on someone else's misery. Yeah, people get married, but not all the time that the marriage works. And honestly, it might be better for people to get a divorce than to force themselves to be in an unhappy relationship and be miserable together. Why do that to yourselves? Oh, you have kids. I mean, but the miserable attitudes that you get between two lovers and you have a kid in the middle of that is probably gonna be worse than divorcing. It's hard, sure, life is hard, etc., but it's like being in a miserable relationship and taking it out on your kid is also bad. So it may be better to get a divorce because it may be better in the long run. It's hard, but it's like that's like the stuff you have to like deal with in life. But this dude is sitting there like shitting on people who have bad relationships, who then end up like having a falling out. I'm sorry they don't want to force themselves to be together to own the trolls, DSP. Like, fuck off.
Look at me. And they show their significant other off like a trophy piece. And the next thing you know, you hear the story of behind the scenes, there's strife, they're breaking up.
But again, when they show off their trophy wife, they could have been genuinely happy together then. Years later, yeah, things happen in years later, dude. And again, it's mocking a personal situation to just brag about your own fucking life. That's kind of disgusting, isn't it? This dude will say that about everyone. If everyone says, well, at least I have a kid on like Philip Burnell. And he'd say, oh, how dare you say this? But this dude is sitting there flexing about his dumbass relationship that other people are going through a hard time. Fuck off. Come on, man.
They're in an open relationship. It's like, what the fuck?
Honestly, this is why I want to do this video. This little rant is so disgusting and so nasty.
At me, and they show their significant other off like a trophy piece. And the next thing you know, you hear the story of behind the scenes, there's strife, they're breaking up, or they're in an open relationship.
There's strife, or they're in an open relationship. They can't be happy in an open relationship? This dude, first he benefits someone's misery by saying, oh, they broke up. Yeah, man. And then he mentions open relationships. Just because it doesn't work for this guy doesn't mean it doesn't work for anyone else. And this is very ridiculous and ironic, coming from the guy who says every fucking day,
I just want people to be happy. I just want them to be happy with their lives. They should live the way they want it. And how dare you do the blah, blah, blah.
And look at it now. These people in open relationships. Wow, dude, you're so accepting, right? And so tolerant of other ideas and this and that. This is how you are, right? When you're tolerant. You just tell people that their life choices are wrong. Wow, you're totally not a bigot. Well, maybe not a bigot, but you're totally not an ignorant person at all then, right? Like, fuck off. Yeah, man, you're so tolerant. But people open, and then he always says you can disagree and hides behind that like a little bitch he is. Dude, if that's the case, then you shouldn't be bringing it up in the first place. Why don't you just find our bridge too and drink some bleach and tell me how it tastes?
Relationship, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Again, this dude got fucking butthurt about Rich saying he doesn't have a real family because he doesn't have kids. And this dude is saying people who are in an open relationship, what's wrong with you?
Don't even understand what it means to be.
You don't understand what it means to be in love, dude. DSP, shut up. Dude, imagine someone said, there's streamers that don't have a kid, they have a cat, and they think that's a family. What is wrong with you? If you don't have a kid and you think what you have is a family, what is wrong with you? He will like rip his hair out and like go crazy about it. But this dude is telling other people who have found happiness in an open relationship that they're wrong and what is wrong with them. My guy, you don't understand how it is to be in an open relationship. How the fuck would you know it's wrong?
In a relationship, if you have a relationship like that, it's not what it's supposed to be. You're not using each other.
How is it using each other to be in an open relationship? And again, he's gonna give you the fucking meme answers. Well, there's one couple that tried it and then they got mad at the other person saw multiple partners. Dude, that's just how life works. You try something, then you realize, oh, this isn't for me, and then you move on. That's just life. That's just how it is. Just because something doesn't work for you means it's wrong. It means it's a wrong choice for you, the individual. This dude is so fucking stupid and like doesn't understand anything. Like, that's like me saying I think everyone should drive a stick, and people who drive automatics, they don't understand how to drive. I mean, that's a very close-minded attitude, because what if people just want to drive an automatic because they don't care for driving stick? DSP doesn't drive stick. Whatever, okay.
You're supposed to be loving each other, helping each other, and having a...
Again, he doesn't understand why anyone would be in an open relationship. He doesn't understand it, because to him, it doesn't work for him, and good for him. I'm happy that he found happiness with a fucking turtle, I guess. I don't fucking want. I don't know. I'm not good at making insults sometimes, but I'm glad he found happiness his own fucking gouty way. But to say that other people don't know shit is so stupidly close-minded, and it just honestly just shows how little he means when he says people should be happy. He's this judgmental about people being in an open relationship. And he hasn't even done it. How would he know that other people are doing open relationships for like, using each other? They don't know what love means. What if they love their partner in an open relationship? Like, come on.
A life experience together. It's not what it's supposed to be. You're not using each other.
Again, how does he know what it means to be an open? How does he come to that conclusion that they both agree to be in an open relationship, or that they both like an open relationship, and it's not them using it, but somehow it's them using each other? How are they using each other? Wouldn't it be more wouldn't actually think about this? You marry someone and you only marry them so that they can cook for you, clean for you, and enable you. And that's all you use them for. Just as a being to support your life choices, and to give you food and to clean and do your laundry. Every time this dude is talking about doing any chores, he always says Kat shoos him away so she does all the work. But that's not using her. Giving her the hand-me-downs isn't using her. Oh, I'm not using Kat. No. Even though he hyped her up as the second income. No, these other people in an open relationship that I don't know who they are, and I don't know their life situation. They're using each other. Not me, who flew in two girls, by the way, away from their families. Kat may be a different circumstance, to be fair, but Leanna flew away from her family across the country, and flew Kat out to live with him, just so that she could cook for him, be the second income, and clean for him. Isn't that kind of using her? Being in a relationship and using her? I mean, there's more evidence of DSP using Kat than there is of this phantom relationship that's in an open relationship where they're using each other.
You're supposed to be loving each other, helping each other, and having a life experience together. Not this kind of bullshit that these people try to portray. Oh, this
bullshit. How does he know that that situation doesn't work for them? How does he know that?
The new normal. No.
This is the new normal. Man, this is very fucking funny. This new normal shit is literally a talking point a lot of crazy right-wingers cry about every day. About anything that they don't understand. I refuse to do normal. How dare this happen? This and that. It's the exact talking point of a fucking right-wing bitch. And this dude just says, oh, this new normal bullshit. Like, dude, you don't know shit about life. You don't know how other people go about life. You don't understand other people's perspective on anything. You have no interest because it doesn't affect you because you're a fucking Neanderthal. It doesn't affect me, so why would I care? And he means that literally. Ugh.
It's your fucked up, twisted version of what you think should be normal because you're so messed up. You don't have a real marriage.
But what if it works for other people? This dude is steamrolling the healthy relationship that's in an open relationship. Steamrolling those for the bad ones. If we go through this logic, that's like saying, well, there's a lot of divorce and there's a lot of like normal couples or heterosexual couples like these two that fall apart and divorce. Man, this must be a terrible relationship and awful. Why do people do this? This is disgusting. It just would sound silly, right? But this dude is taking a bad situation and applying it on a grander level. And this is a thing Tolo called out to his face, and DSP was like, yeah, man, I agree. I do that all the time, and I should stop. And I stopped doing it. And yet he still does it. In silly ways.
You don't have a real significant other. What you've got is some distorted version of reality that you've bastardized, and now you're trying.
Distorted reality you bastardized? My God, dude! Find a bridge and look at it.
Trying to push it as something that's normalized when it's not.
Oh my God. So, honestly, all these people in an open relationship, they could be honestly saying that this works for me and I'm happy, yippee. And these will say that they're pushing it onto you. With that logic, this is pushing something onto me. He's saying how he's so happy being with his wife, but isn't this him pushing this fucking idea of a normal relationship onto me, the viewer? What if I don't agree with this? This dude is so stupid in this fucking little segment that he's lost in the sauce of nonsense, and he really doesn't know. This sounds completely ignorant, and it's completely brain dead bullshit. These other people, they're pushing their bullshit new normal nonsense, as I, Phil Burnell, am just bragging casually about my wife and saying how this is a meaningful relationship that everyone wants. This is not pushing, but someone who's in an open relationship that's just happy to be in one is pushing it as the new normal. Not this. Whatever this is not him pushing his fucking lifestyle down our throats as he tells us how it's meaningful and loving and how we should all want this relationship for ourselves. Oh, okay, man. Sure.
Supposed to be two people who love each other, spending time together, and basically sharing their lives and having each other's back and always looking out for each other no matter what in every single situation, period. That's love.
What if I have, what if I'm like, I keep messing it up, so excuse me if I'm wrong. I think it's pansexual. But whatever. I mean, there's a lot of people that like just get along with a lot of people. Pansexual, I think, is another person that loves all and everything, whatever. But there's all these kind of people that are just very loving of other people, and they may be fine and compatible with an open relationship. What about that? No, that's not normal. I was raised by thinking, two people, that's it, nowhere else. And again, this is the guy that sits there in his little fucking baby room and says,
life is not black and white. It's shades of gray and a lot of variety
and all this other bullshit. But now he's telling us, period. Love is only with two people, period. That's a very absolute, definitive definition, Mr. The world isn't black and white. Oh, okay.
At least in my opinion. You can disagree.
After all of that bullshit.
At least in my opinion.
Man, shut the fuck up.
When I hear about these other content creators and streamers, oh yeah, get this open relationship. Well, you're a moron.
And he doubles down on it. It's okay you disagree, but you're a moron. Again, if this Mr. Traditional Values man really wants to go down this little rabbit hole, where's this kid? Why doesn't he have a kid? Shouldn't he have a kid? Isn't that like a normal family unit? A mom, dad, and kids? Where's this kids? A cat's not a kid, a cat's a cat. That's a pet. Where's your kids, Phil? These people who think they have a family and they don't have any kids, they're terrible morons. They think that I'm not accepting this new normal bullshit. They need to have kids right now, or that's not a real family. And this dude will rip his hair out and say how wrong I am. But he was the first to tell you how an open relationship that's more than just two people is wrong and they're morons. And of course, he also simplifies it as streamers too. So if they're streamers and they brag about their wife and they're not in an open relationship, that's cool. But if they're in an open relationship, that's fucked up. Okay, I really hope Kat doesn't decide I want a divorce. Again, if they get a divorce, this is gonna age so great.
You're an actual moron, and that's why it always comes back to bite them in the end. It always falls apart.
You're an actual moron. It will always bite them in the end. What about the ones that don't? Like, you realize the law of probability, eventually there's gonna be an open relationship that's gonna work, right? It's hard to say definitively that all open relationships don't work. Factually, when this dude has no experience of it, like, at all, and just assumes they're all gonna fail.
All right, so guys and gals, that is what I am thankful for this year. Those are the things that have improved or dramatically changed for the better, or things that I've had for a very long time that have been there as the staple of my support. Of course, the final thing that I'd like to say is obviously all of you.
And again, he talked more about other people being wrong in love than his own fucking wife. I just want to highlight that. Cat gets the buzzwords, but the people he hates gets a fucking monologue of how they're not meaningful. He really loves his wife, I agree.
You have been amazing. For the longtime viewers and fans, you guys have been through so much with me. You've seen the highs and lows, but you see that I never gave up, and I kept fighting the good fight.
Yeah, because you factually couldn't give up, because this is your job. This is your new normal, Phil.
Stayed the course. And now here we are. We've come out the end of it, right? For those of you who are new.
This is really silly to say when anything can happen. Like, what if, like, next year, Trump decides streamers are it's not a career, and anyone that streams will not be treated as a career anymore. They won't be recognized by the government. If you say that you're a streamer, entertainer, and you cite your YouTube channel, banned. You're not. That's not a job. Get a real one.
Newcomers, welcome. I hope that this year, since you actually gave me a chance, all right, you're seeing the difference of how things can be, how positive things can be. That it's not about toxicity and woe is me. It's about fun and positivity. This is the stuff I've always wanted to be able to do.
I mean,
to come on stream every day and not have to worry.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. What if next year Kick gets banned or disbands, dissolves, ends, shuts down, whatever? Kick's gone. Okay, let's say Kick's gone. And YouTube goes through another adpocalypse, or they audit channels and they say, this guy, get him out of the membership program, I guess, or whatever the fuck. Guess what he's going to be saying? Woe is me again. He is saying that he's gone out of the other end of drama, but anything can happen. But he's saying this because the drama is the fucking nonsense that has like a finite shelf life, I guess. But it could always come back. Come on.
Instead, let's just have a great time today together. And when we do that and we come together, life is better for all of us, right? It really is like a give and take, a cyclical thing. You know, I give you free content that's amazing and fun and positive. I interact with you. You get such fun and positivity out of it. You
parasocial relationship.
Reciprocate with support and positivity. And then it all works out.
Man, this is
for the better.
greasy.
That's all I ever asked.
Again, if a titty streamer said this about their streams, DSP would shit on them for that.
That's what I wanted. What a lot of other content creators always had, and I couldn't have, because the internet always wanted to treat me like a joke instead of treating me seriously and with respect and with dignity.
Oh my god, but now dude, this shit's on. Again, I say this every time he has these little rants, but this literally shits on the people who've been there the longest, right? Because he's saying, well, no one's giving me the chance. The people who are there watching you throughout the years have been giving you the chance. Oh, man.
Have that. And because I have that back, now things are getting better every
Again, he's only saying this because Kino Kasuna gave him like a spotlight. This is really stupid. And again, he says this every year. He said this last year. He said this beginning of this year. There's a resurgence. Everyone loves me now. That's why he was talking about the Mike Klum documentary.
Single day. And I want you to understand how grateful and appreciative I truly am of that. Thank you also very, very much for not only, you know, this last few months that have definitely been better, but for the entire, 16-year run. And by the way, like I said, this is literally just the beginning, right? We're just starting with the new initiatives, with the new stuff going on.
What's the initiatives?
Well, think about all the content that I'm doing right now and the more that's coming, right? I just started a political show that people are really seeming to enjoy and like. And that momentum is just starting right now. I've got new stuff in the pipeline.
But guess what? It's gonna dip again. Everything in this dude's career has had that same pattern. It goes up in tension, then it just kind of goes middle, then it goes down. I mean, that's what happened with the fucking React channel.
Long-form React content that I'm going to start doing again that I've been waiting to do for a very long time. So, Thank you to the long-time viewers, to the newcomers, everyone in between, to anyone who just sat here and watched, to anyone who laughed, to anyone who contributed in any way, whether it was financial, emotional, a silly chat comment, whether you actually sent me a piece of equipment or you just gave me a compliment. Whatever it may be, you have to understand that every single one of you who has been a part of this journey has contributed in some way. And that's why I am where I am today, and I am eternally grateful to you for giving me the happiness and the life that I have. I never would have met my wife if it weren't for this journey. I never would have been in this house. I never would have had Jasper Kitty. I never would have had any of these awesome life experiences that I've been having if it weren't for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart on this Thanksgiving of 2024. I hope you understand how much you've done for me, and I am going to be grateful forever for that.
What about the people who were there before? You know?
Okay.
Whatever. Okay. Fuck that. Fuck them.
I received a $1 tip.
And again, he's saying this on Thanksgiving, which cheapens this a lot, in my opinion, because, again, he has gotten all this support and was just like, oh, yeah, thanks for the support, man. Wow. All the time, just doing, and then, like, it's all performative. Like, then he hits the king's tax. Requesting all this fucking hype bullshit. And then he waited all the way till Thanksgiving to then say this stuff. Wow. But again, DSP has the unfortunate reality where he could say this any other day and it would still come off as insincere. It's just a product of his own making, because this dude is a fake fuck.
From a troll. That's the other thing. Now, I have gotten so much better at not taking the bait and giving the trolls what they want. Even people who used to regularly make fun of me have now admitted it. There's people, I saw a clip, I didn't even talk about it, it was a couple weeks ago. There was this big roundtable discussion of people who don't like me.
I love, he never did this. Oh my god, this is a silly fucking, like, angle. But he mentioned this, and I was, like, very curious as what it was, and he never watched it, so we never knew. And I'm glad we never did, because it would have been fucking torture.
And in the video, one of them brought me up.
But again, he did the Tolo thing where he's painting the detractors in a single brush, which he said he would never do again, and yet here we are.
And then someone else said, well, who's that? And he says, well, you know.
So, it's a group of people who don't like him. A dude brought him up, and the other guy in the same video says, who is that? Okay.
He used to be basically like the R word, which you shouldn't say, of course, but he said, used to be the
You shouldn't say. Why?
R word. But now, basically what's happened is he's turned it around. He's not giving his trolls any bait anymore. He's actually improved to the point where now...
Anyone who has not watched DSP at all in years would probably say that anyway, because literally this dude is not that entertaining. Like, because he's not entertaining in the sense of, like, he plays games in boring ways. The only entertainment you get from him is just stupid rants like this, and then, like, the occasional rage he has towards his viewers that not everyone, like, sees.
People are, not constantly making fun of him because there's nothing to make fun of. Now, the thing is, a lot of people then say, oh, I'm boring. If that's the case, that's fine. If you don't find me entertaining anymore because you don't think I'm a big lol cow anymore, good.
It's not like you're boring and then you're not a lolcow. You're still a lolcow because you have things like this. I mean, okay.
I don't need that popularity. Unlike him, a few other people who absolutely need that to get any kind of rise of attention. The point I've always...
But guess what? The reason why he got this attention in the first place was because he was a lolcow, by the way. Like, it was not a happenstance. Kino Casino decided to, like, prop him up. It wasn't like, oh, this guy's a hard-working streamer. It was literally because he was a lolcow. Literally. Him being a lolcow is what led to this. And he's saying he's not one? Okay.
Always made in the last decade that people tried to make me into a lolcow is that I don't need it. I literally don't need a single piece of attention from these negative people at all.
But you
I'm good.
He got attention from negative people. He got attention from Keem. You know, the guy he said that makes blood money. He got attention from certain Craig. You know, the guy who told him to fuck off, right? And then like the Kino Casino. These are all negative attention people. These are people he would not want to be associated with in normal circumstances. If you told him like 2 years ago, maybe even a year ago, that he would be talking to Kino Casino and Keem, he would say, no, they're negative, man. He wouldn't want to touch them. But Kino Casino buttered his ass so much, he was like, I was talking to Keem, why not? And then Keem wanted to butter his ass, so he would go on the Lolcow Live show, which was never going to happen because DSP is fucking self-centered.
Just having a positive audience, as big or small as it is, that's good enough for me. I don't need to be doing stunts. I don't need to be pretending like I'm on Jackass or the Jerry Springer show. I don't need to take clothes off and suck on things. I don't need to...
Dude, like, again, Lolcow Life isn't like fucking Jerry Springer. And again, he wished Keem the best of luck for that, but it's like, it's whatever, okay.
Do big drama segments, stage shit. I don't need to do any...
He does drama segments. He did them this year. He has done fewer drama segments during the pandemic versus now. Factually, he is less positive now than he was years ago. By sheer comparison.
Any of that. I have entertaining content to offer the planet. I didn't ever need to sink to the lowest level to be popular. Do you understand? I had popularity before I ever did any of that. And I will have it again. I do. Again, it doesn't matter if it's big or small. All right? By the way...
Again, he says popularity is fleeting and this and that, right? All this time. And now he's acting as if like he'll get it and he'll keep it. Okay.
I want to say to...
Why doesn't he help other smaller streamers? Again, this dude will only raid on Kick, Kino Casino. That's the only channel he'll raid. And maybe the other guy he's slowly trying to become friends with again. But he won't raid people with 1 viewer or 2 viewers. But he'll raid these other streamers that can get hundreds. Okay, man.
Sakai, he was talking about this yesterday. He just sent me out of nowhere a code for NBA 2K.
Out of nowhere.
But I didn't...
Iron Chef Sakai asked him if he wanted it. He said sure. He got it, and now he doesn't want it.
Because I'm not...
And now he's going to use it to flex how cool he is because he's going to give it away. I want everyone to also remember, just keep in mind, when someone asked him to do a giveaway for the King's tax streak, he said no. That's stupid. It would only benefit one person. Another dude spent money on a game for him to play, and he's gonna give it away so one person can use it. Okay.
I'm not gonna play NBA 2K. I have a code because to Koza.
Okay, come on. Let's move on.
Have an Xbox.
All right.
Because I'm not going to play it. The console version, apparently. So, here we go. Get ready. The code is as follows. MWW.
Oh, man.
I've given the code out. Someone do other stuff, all right? And by the way, undoubtedly 20...
All right, let's move on.
Myself and pick the individual components. I absolutely would have...
All right, this is about the PC. I kind of maybe want to do a video on it. Maybe. But, it's really just going to boil down to, like, oh, we should have done research. Blah, blah, blah.
Get up on the internet and find out what it actually had. Why?
Oh, actually, you know, fuck it.
It was on sale for under $200 because of Black Friday. I think it was like... We could test it if you want. All right? Or to order it off of Amazon, rush shipping, get here as soon as possible. No! You could hook it up, and we could use it today. Maybe I would do a demo of 4K capturing. and then upload a demo.
I love that we're only doing a demo of 4K. He'll never do it, but let's get a 4K capture card.
4K video, like when we're playing Flight Sim. Maybe I would do like a 4K video and record it and upload it to YouTube at 4K and just see what quality would be, how big the file size would be.
I love her doing the most boring. He would want to do the boring, most fucking game in 4K. Not one that's like, you know, fun.
Like that'd be pretty neat. Now, I wouldn't have my overlay or whatever, right? But it would just be like a raw video of gameplay just to test it, right?
What?
Right? 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 Like, that's what I should be able to do, right? Like, I jumped through hoops here to get this going, right?
Oh, man.
Your device, because I can't use an internal. I should be able to do this today, right? Why is this getting... There we go. Right? No problems. I bought the PC. I bought the capture device because I can't use an internal. I got to use an external.
Like,
so I went out of my way. I bought this expensive capture device.
I just want everyone to remember the meme of this originated by him just having a zoom in face cam into his face and him saying no. And then that meme evolved or devolved into just this. And it's like not as like funny as it was. I mean, it wasn't that funny in the past, but like this is like someone trying to make a meme and they don't understand why it was a meme. And it's doubly embarrassing that he made the meme and it's like he forgot what the meme was.
Here, I should just be able to plug it in and use it, right?
Right?
No, I can't just plug it in and use it because I'm Darkside Phil and everything has to be difficult. No, I can't just plug this into my new PC and capture at 4K. Why would I be able to do that? That's what everyone else can do, but not Phil Burnell. For Phil Burnell, I gotta walk on fucking glass. I gotta get through barbed wire. I gotta dodge fucking sniper shots. There's bombs coming down. I have to roll out of the way and go through.
Wow, this dude is so funny. Why is he on Comedy
what's
Central?
wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. You ready for this? Would you like me to show you what's wrong? I'm gonna do it live right now. Let's do this. Right fucking now, let me show you what's wrong.
Wow, man, this is hilarious. Are you laughing? You laughing yet? Laughing? Laughing? Come on. We're gonna open
Swiss
it.
Army knife here.
So let's open it.
I'm gonna cut open the label.
Instead of like returning it, let's open it. I mean, I guess you can always open it and then like return it, but
right.
Right.
Here we go. Gotta cut the stickers off the sides.
Why can't you just tell us?
Both sides? Yep, they got it on both sides. They want it sliding all over the place.
Why can't you just tell us? It's on the box, correct?
Okay.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be funny. That's why.
Live Gamer Ultra 2.1. AverMedia box.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. That is a box.
Live unboxing. Ready?
You know, I wonder if he unboxes faster about
you can customize your RGB by downloading.
Man, I wonder if he unboxes stuff faster if he knows he's not gonna use it and like whatever this is versus I'm gonna use this thing. I love it because I feel like he opens stuff slower when he really likes something like that he's gonna use versus stuff that he knows he's not gonna use.
A utility. Will I bother with that? I don't know if I will bother customizing the RGB on my box. That sounds pretty ridiculous to me.
I bet you if this was usable, he would. He definitely would. This is really funny. He's like pretending as if like the LED is now suddenly magically stupid.
What they're showing, you could have optional gamepad audio or headphone audio plugged into this thing. I don't know why I would ever do that.
Yeah, why would
they're showing that you can have HDMI in from a game console or PC, HDMI out to your TV, and then the USB connection to your PC where you will capture from. Okay, so they're showing all of this in a diagram, basically.
Right.
Here's your warranty. You know, your warranty. They're also advertising other products they do. They do microphones, they do cameras, they do the whole rigmarole, okay?
The whole rigmarole.
Wow, this is actually much smaller than I thought it was. This is really small. That's like tiny, actually.
Okay.
And I wonder, I guess the RGB is on the front? I guess so. That's
No,
what it looked like on the box. So I guess this lights up and gives you RGB colors. This is the smallest one I think I've ever had. This is much smaller.
I guess they put it on the front
than
no,
the previous ones that
obviously.
I've had. And I got white. You can get it in black as well. But I said, hey, both of my PCs are white. I'll order it in white.
Yeah, because
okay?
You're not fun.
So taking a look, USB right there, which is the new standard, right? What do they call it? USB 3 or whatever.
I don't do this new normal bullshit. Go back to USB-A.
HDMI.
Remember, he used to be like, man, this dude went from like,
USB-C? Who uses USB-C?
Out, HDMI in, and the 2 headphone ports. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Very simplistic. Okay.
Very simplistic.
Cool. So far, I see no reason why this wouldn't work with my PC right now, right? Okay, let's keep going.
Right.
Let's open up the box here. What does it come with? So it comes with headphone cable. I don't know why I would use that. I'm probably never going to plug anything into that, right?
Okay.
An actual up to standard HDMI cable, which is nice. Incredibly.
My God. You see what he just did? The cable he wants to bitch about. He picked it up first, put it down, then picked the other stuff up to build up hype. Because this dude is a clown. He can't just get straight to the point.
Short.
And I want to also bring up, I was debating doing a video on the fucking fan stuff, but I want to bring up, but there was a part of that I really wanted to bring up because he got very angry at his audience and said, well, let me tell a story first, and this and that. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, but when you tell a story, it's very laborious and like a chore to sit through. So of course your audience is going to jump the gun and start racing to things because your storytelling is boring. It's like, if I tell a story about going to the grocery store and like, let's say I got into a car accident and to get to that, and it's a very funny way I got into a car accident. Like I crashed into a pole. Okay, so there's no injury. So I'm like, you know, it was a funny story. I'm like,
okay, so I'm driving. I get into a car. Okay, so the car I got this car like I want to say 20 years ago, and then like I got this car. Okay, get this. They tell me that this car had a driver mode,
and then I just go on, and it's like, and you're sitting like, so the driver mode is broken, right? You're like,
let me get to the story, okay? Stop finishing, okay? I haven't even gotten to the story yet. You're assuming it's the driver mode?
Like, it's really like that kind of shit. The way he tells stuff is so long, and it's like, yeah, people are just gonna like lose patience because they're sitting through chores.
But it's nice to always get an up to standard HDMI cable with an HDMI device. Looks cool, right? And then the USB cable.
Oh my God, I'm laughing. I'm dying, guys.
You see the problem?
Dude, this dude talks as if like he's been an Apple guy for the rest of his life, and then he gets a new Apple product and it's a USB-C cable, and they're like, what? USB-C? Where's the lightning?
You might not understand it at first. I'm going to explain it in a second, but you may understand it right now.
They're both USB cables, by the way. So
USB.
I mean, they're both USB-C ports. I mean, that's the new normal, man.
So this device comes with a USB cable that is USB.
You can't just say C to C. We have to do this
Type
big rigmarole.
C to Type C. That's the cable.
I just want to highlight, right? He says this is the new standard, right? Doesn't think when he was building his dumb fuck PC, maybe I should try to find something that has USB-C support because this has been a thing that's standardized. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That's fine when you're plugging it into the device.
Look how long it is taking to get to the fucking point, man. Look how long. He could just say, oh yeah, like my streaming PC doesn't have a USB-C port,
But instead, like, hey, it's USB-C, USB-C, and you can see, they can do this. Oh,
like, come on, man. Fucking, we're not 2 years old.
I have to plug this into my new capture and a streaming PC, correct? Well, do I have USB-C ports on that PC? Yes, I do. Oh, I do. There's one on the front. There's one on the back.
Oh, he does
and in fact, the one on the back even is the correct format. Or is it?
Oh.
Because I looked into it, and I wanted to see if I plug this in, will it work? Well, guess what? The USB port on the back of my computer, on the motherboard, is C. There is a C. Absolutely, there is. However, it's USB 3.1. What does that mean? It means it does up to 5 megabits per second.
This dude told us
it comes with HDMI 2.2 and it's perfect. That's the format you want.
And then with USB, it's like, I don't know what this is. Again, this dude, you would think he's an Apple guy. You would think that. Because, like, no, I don't think Apple users understand these, like, 3.1, 3.2. I mean, they probably do to some degree. But, I mean, come on.
Second, 5. Okay? If you want to do 4K video, you need 10 gigabits per second or megabits per second, whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know. And that is USB 3.2. Wow. This is genius shit, isn't it?
Why does the guy who doesn't want to do 4K need to do 4K so badly if he isn't going to use it? And before anyone says, well, Theo, it's the future proof. Yeah, sure. But by the time that I guess that, I don't know, like, will the video file suddenly become shorter to be 4K? Let's assume that's a possibility. That 4K files can now be shrunk or whatever. By the point that could happen, he could just replace the part then. But again, he has told us for years we wouldn't care for 4K. This comes off as if he only wanted this so he can capture in whatever the fuck and he can still play the game in 4K almost.
I mean, we really needed 17 different standards of USB. It really makes sense. It's totally easy to figure out, isn't it? Because you might be saying, I don't even get it. I'm not even kidding you. There's a standard USB port that's usually either black or white. There's USB 2, which is blue. And then there's USB 3, which is red. But then there's different formats of the red one. Some are 3.1. Some are 3.2.
Why couldn't he do any research? He couldn't read reviews, look at specs at all?
Okay. Now.
Okay.
I do have good news. My new PC does have USB 3.2 ports, but they don't take the USB-C standard. They take USB-A, which is the old USB cords, the ones that we all know, the long rectangles. It's colored red, so you can't miss it. They're back there. I have 2 of them, but they're the wrong port.
God.
So now I have to buy an adapter so that this cable can fit into...
Oh no, he has to buy an adapter? Oh my god, that's terrible. Dude, he has to buy an adapter. That's like drinking bleach. How can you live? How can you live? You have to buy an adapter. This, man, I'm weeping for Phil right now.
To a standard USB port size, but it has to be the 3.2 standard. So I have to order it off of Amazon, rush shipping, get here as soon as possible.
So, wait. He's doing all of this to get 4K. But then he'll still stream. Like, it also kind of comes off as he just plans to do 4K video, but he doesn't want to say he is. He's just... Because this is the other thing DSP does a lot of. He pretends things are tests and trials and we're testing it out, and then he just does it anyway and keeps it going. Like, it's like he gets a trial mod. You might just assume the trial mod is a forever mod, because I've never seen him, like, revoke mod chip from a trial mod. Except for, like, one time, but even that one time, that dude became a mod anyway.
And it has to be the special USB 3.2. Can't be an older style adapter. Can't be blue. Can't be white or black. Has to be red. And it has to be the 10 gigabits, megabits speed, whatever it is. You have to get it.
You have to get it. I mean, you
now,
have
some people are saying, well, you don't need that. You could just get a cable. I mean, you're right. It doesn't matter. I could either get the adapter for this cable, or I could get another cable. It doesn't matter. I could do either. I've already bought. I saw the quickest shipping was the adapter will come on Saturday because it's Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. Nothing's coming tomorrow. The earliest anything can come is on Saturday.
And, by the way, there's a strike on Amazon. I saw on social media. They were mentioning that that Amazon employees are striking. So he's crossing the picket line. DSP loves when people go on strike, obviously.
Ordered an adapter. It's coming on Saturday during the day. And that one will turn this C into an A. It'll still be 3.2. Then I can plug it into the back of the PC. Then I can get 4K. Okay. Now, I can use this with my PC right now, but it won't do 4K. It'll do 1440p, 1080p and below. It won't work 4K. If I try to do 4K, it's going to give me an error. That's like data error, because it's not going to be able to do the speed you need for 4K. So then why
doesn't he just do it then?
All right, it'll do the pass-through, but it won't capture in 4K. It'll actually give me an error. Okay? So how dumb is that?
Man, he's getting mad over nothing.
How many? Seriously.
Especially over something he wasn't planning on using. Okay.
How fucking complicated do they have to make all this shit? Why does there have to be 10 different versions and standards of USB? There's the original.
Again, like, you realize as years go on, we find new technological discoveries and inventions and this and that. How he's in this industry and he doesn't see that things are changing around him, and he thinks that, oh, maybe there's different standards and different things. Like, come on. Like, come on.
There's type A. Then there's the one that used to be the weird double weird edge. Then there's the one where they made it sharper. Then there's the one where they rounded it. So there's like 4 different types of USB-A. Then they went to 2.0, which is the blue cords, which is the higher data rate. Then they went to 3.0. Then they went to 3.1. Then they went to 3.2. What the fuck is their problem?
Yeah, man. What's next? 3.3? Man, this dude is so dumb.
Just make a new cable at this point. Seriously,
literally
that way there's no
confusion.
Segment. If they just made a whole new port on here and a whole new port over
there. This is literally a grandpa just getting mad that TVs are flat and not a tube TV. Why did you make it flat? I like it round.
There, no one would be confused about what's what. This is stupid.
Where are the buttons? Why do these TVs have no buttons?
It's just, it hurts the consumer. There is no fucking way that a normal person who isn't completely invested in tech would understand any of this.
Dude. Either they're just gonna stream at 1080p, like, I mean, whatever, like that's for, like, you know, normies, right? But if you really care about 4K resolutions, you're gonna have to put the extra legwork for that. Okay.
All right. I know, because I'm trying to understand it, and I'm just getting caught up with it. But there's people who are techie people who I know who are helping me with this, and they're like, fuck, didn't realize it has that cable. Now
who are these people?
You got to order an adapter. Fuck,
okay.
Why doesn't your motherboard have that? I know.
I almost thought they were going to say, why doesn't your mother have it? And I was like, what? Mama Burnell has it? Oh my god, this is another winning phase. Jeez. Oh, man, these are all winners. Why does your mother have it, Phil? Why doesn't she have it?
She's stupid.
I know, she's stupid. She didn't have the cord I needed.
It's just insane. So,
I told my mom I needed 3.2.
Today, if you want me, we can try to get this working with the PC. The app to get the RGBs programmed. As important.
Oh my god.
Do 3 hours of flight sim, we could do that. Or we could plug this in, we could get the RGBs going.
Why do we want to get RGBs going? He already sounds like he thinks it's stupid and he doesn't want to do it. So then why, if we plug it in, we want to get the RGBs going? I just want to think about this for a moment. This thing is dumb, but we could do it, but it's dumb, it's stupid.
I can use the app to get the RGBs programmed. As important as that is.
Then why do you want to do it? If it's not important, why do you want to do it?
Right?
Right?
And then we can get it working. We could do up to 1440p quality. We could test it if you want. All right? Or we could just say, forget this, don't do it yet. Wait for the adapter to come. And then we could try to do it maybe next week. Because, I'm not here Saturday. So, Sunday, Monday, maybe we can mess it down. It's up to you guys. I really don't care. At any point, we're going to have a good day no matter what.
Okay. It
shouldn't be like this. This is dumb as hell. All right? The other thing, I'm actually very grateful. I ordered 15-foot 8K 2.1 HDMI cables because look how short this
8K cables. What does 8K? This dude got mad at Sony for lying about 8K on the PS5, and then this dude is like, "Who does 8K? No one does 8K."
Cable is. This isn't even 3 feet, I don't think. Maybe 3 feet. So this can only be 3 feet away from my capture PC. Okay, and it has to be plugged into the back, into the special 3.2 USB port. So it's got to be really close to the PC. So I need those long cables to run across my whole floor. I wouldn't even be able to put this in the middle. Like right now, the capture device that I'm using is in the middle of my floor, and it's got a USB 2 cable running from it into an extension, and that extension is running to the back of my capture PC. I couldn't do that because it has to be 3.2. Can't use extension cables at all. So instead, I have to rely on this incredibly short cable, and then I have to use 2 insanely long HDMIs to run across my floor to my capture or my PC or console, and then to my TV.
All right. Great cable, man.
It's ridiculous.
Buddy. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely, positively, 100% ridiculous shit. Anyway, so obviously I'm venting a bit because why on earth, especially when you're spending a lot of money, none of this is cheap. This was around $200. It was on sale for under $200 because of Black Friday. I think it was like $180. So this is expensive. The PC is expensive. The cables, everything's expensive. So why is it all fucking so complicated?
Because it's
like they want to torture the consumer. Hey, how can we make this as annoying as possible? So there's no way that you could ever actually use something when it arrives. That you just always have to go back and get something else, something else, something else.
If only there was a place to get research, right? If only there was like a
wild,
search
stupid.
engine. It's stupid.
Seriously, if I were working with these companies, I'd be like, hey, dunces, make it dunce-proof. You know what this is the perfect example of? I'm going to tell you. Something like this or that PC situation, this is called, I'm book smart, but I have no street smarts whatsoever, right?
My God,
I can make the good piece of hardware, but I don't actually have like the brain to apply it to real life. A normal consumer buying this product just wants to plug.
The normie is probably not going to give a fuck about 4K in all reality. And they probably have basic reading skills.
Plug it in and use it. They don't want to have to buy adapters, extra cables, do a super specific USB port on their computer. They just want to have it work.
How is USB-C ultra specific? Oh my God, dude. Okay.
So do that. Make it so that it works. It's too expensive to include 2 USB cables, one for Type A and one for Type C. That's too hard to do. What would have been an extra $1 to the production cost of this unit?
How do you know how much it costs to make a cable?
Oh, very, very difficult, right?
Oh my God.
This is so dumb. You know? Again, make it work. Same thing with people who program all this like YouTube and shit, right? So they program something and it doesn't work at launch. Oh, I thought it would work. Well, did you test it? Are you someone who actually uses YouTube at a line level every day? Or are you a nerd who sits behind the decks and codes all day and just assumes this is how it works, but you don't know if that's how it works because you don't actually use the site?
It's so ironic he's saying this as he doesn't know how it is to code for anything. He doesn't know. And he's saying they don't know how the normal person uses it. Do you know how coding works and how a website works? Like, come on.
I guess I'm a nerd. Yeah, you are.
Oh my god.
You are.
Dude,
and that's who makes these kind of products. That's who made that motherboard over there that has 17 different kinds of USB on it, none of which makes sense. They should all be the standard. Nerds? None of this makes any sense.
Why is being a nerd stupid? Why do they get the Jade voice?
This is all techie people who don't have real-life application, and then they fuck everything up. And then the normal person buys it and gets it. I can't use it. Why not? I spent the money. I worked hard. I earned the money. I spent the money. Now let me use your device. No. Here comes 17 more hurdles before you can use our device. What's your fucking problem?
Read.
Live in the real world.
Try reading next time. It's
unreal.
By the way, this dude says every day how he researches and all this stuff before he buys anything. This dude doesn't read shit. Again, he did streams even last year of like, okay, what PC do I want? I want this part. Okay, oh, this part. But he doesn't. But nothing for this. Okay. Ugh.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Anyway. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
BattleDuck says, and this is just consumer grade. He says, actually, when you go to even higher grade, so you're talking like,
oh man,
you know, business level or really high-end techie level.
Why is he getting business
when something
level?
goes wrong,
it's
insane. Like, yeah, it's stupid. Like, who wants to spend all this time? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, again, he mocks other streamers and other people in business for not doing research and all this other shit. This guy did no research on the fucking things he bought. But other people are the dum-dums who don't do research, as this guy didn't do a single bit of research on this.
I don't understand.
And he'll get angry if you tell him that too.
But
I do
Number
research.
one, why doesn't my motherboard have a USB-C 3.2?
What motherboard?
Why not? It has a USB-C 3.1 and a USB-A 3.2. Why doesn't it have the C? I don't know. Because they skimped? Because they cut corners? Would it have cost an extra $2 to put that on the motherboard?
Oh man, dude! Like,
why can't they include the cable in here? That would.
Why did he pick the motherboard he bought?
Would have cost an extra $1 of production. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so to go the extra mile for the consumer has become too tedious, too hard for these companies. They can't.
And again, all this stuff he didn't do on his own. He talked to someone else. Whatever. Okay.
So that you could just use everything. Instead, the consumer needs to somehow do 500 hours of research. Like that PC, when I bought it, no one could figure out what motherboard it had. It's not listed anywhere. You can't find the model of motherboard. It wasn't until I got that PC and I opened it and I read the model number off the motherboard that people could actually look it up on the internet and find out what it actually had. Why? Is it too hard to list the actual stats of the fucking device someone's buying?
Where did he buy this computer? Like, I'm very, very confused as to how this even happened. Whatever, okay.
You know, from your business?
Did he?
Too difficult.
I know he did like PC segments on his podcast. I'm not gonna look it up. Like, so please tell me. Did he show the motherboard on in those segments like at all? I know there was like one time he was going over something. He got really mad that chat was like making him feel insecure about his purchase, and he got really, really mad about that. But I don't know. Like, where did he go to get this? Like, I kind of looked into building a PC. I mean, I was just curious how much it would be if I'm just going through, like, the most illiterate way possible. I got, like, a 1,000 build, because I kind of just went for the cheapest parts, to be honest. Or, like, cheapest, but also, like, whatever. And I got 1,000, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe, you know, one day I'll do a stream of it. I should do a stream, and I'll be like, oh. But the point is, the PC builder site, I did kind of like it because it was very straightforward. It just said, like, okay, case, motherboard, CPU, visual card, video card, whatever. Like, it all listed categories to make a PC. And I was like, okay, oh, sweet, this and that. Like, why not use that? I mean, and that site, PC Builder, also links to, like, storefronts, so you can read reviews of the things you're looking at. So, it is borderline a decent site he could have used that is straightforward. The only thing I would need to look up is like stuff that like thermal paste. I don't fucking know what would that be used for? I assume is to keep the temperature solid, but is it required? Should I be looking into that? The coolant, like they talk about. I've read a lot of stuff about coolant. I was like, what the fuck? Like what? There's a lot of stuff I don't understand. As you can see, I'm I have an excuse though. I've never built a PC. I'm not a PC guy, so I have every excuse under the sun to go about how dumb I am. This guy, he has like all these PCs in his life. He should at least pick something up, doing it.
So I received a $1.10 tip. I cured it with my brain says, well, if they actually listed the motherboard model, fewer people would buy the PC. You're probably right.
So then why not look for PCs that are listed and then you can trust those more? Okay, let's not do that. Let's go to the ones that are not listed. Trust those.
All right. So anyway, my rant is done. I need to get that out of the way, obviously. But it's frustrating. Tech is frustrating. Same stuff. Oh, this isn't compatible. Why not? Who knows? Why didn't it say it wasn't compatible? Well, because no one's put any of that information on the internet because then you wouldn't buy the product. Oh, okay. So you're scamming me. Gotcha.
Okay,
so,
sure.
Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Listen, I want you to understand, even though it arrives on Saturday.
Oh my God.
Have supported me so much and given me so much this year. Me just ranting about it. I'm not. They don't care. You know? So here
Hey, what?
I'm not angry. It's just a situation.
He can't be angry at his audience because this is stuff he bought on his own volition. That he did on his own. The reason why he was getting mad about when he was making the gaming PC is simply put that people were hounding him for years about PC gaming and all this stuff. So he was more passive aggressive about it because this is something that they told him, you should do this, and he was more willing to be pissed off about every little thing instead of just like going about it. And he was also listening to them, all this stuff, that kind of shit.
This is how sadly these companies operate now. Anything they can do to save a buck so that you get screwed over. They don't care.
They don't care.
$180 on this, it really is over $200. You figure it out. That's how it is, man. You just got to deal with it, right?
Just got to deal with it. All right, I think that's it for this. He is live now. Oh, man. I'm going to just refresh. Wait, no. I can wait. Oh, man, this is going to be rough. I just want to see what he's talking about. Let's listen to the cold intro, and then I'll judge from that. I'll judge from the cold intro if this is going to be a worthwhile endeavor. Oh God, I'm telling you, I knew he was going to assault us with Christmas. Get ready for Christmas assault. Christmas assault. Christmas assault. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then you're in the wrong place.
Good morning, everyone. Season's greetings from lovely Renton, Washington.
It's 11. It's November 29th. Merry Christmas, everyone. Why doesn't he get other holiday decorations to celebrate other holidays?
And today is Black Friday, and today we have converted fully into the Christmas spirit here on DSP Gaming.
Gross.
On today's show, we'll be talking about how my Thanksgiving went. There's also a couple interesting gaming news stories.
Oh,
and of course, I'm sure
boy.
we're going to chill and get into the holiday vibe. And of course, don't forget, it's Black Ops Friday. All this and more on today's special holiday edition of the Level 1 Podcast.
How is it a special holiday edition when it's like all month long? Okay, let's just not think about this. Let's see if we go straight to the gaming news. I'm a gamer. I want my news. Where's my news? I want my news now.
And for dessert, we had pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
because Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I'm like, I keep telling you, my wife tried it. The big action for something really bad in the ingredients, like something was not kosher. You know what I mean? Like something was old. Something. I mean, let's be honest. It was Wendy's chili in there, so chances it was probably the Wendy's chili, right? Wendy's chili is literally old meat that fell off a burger that's dried, and they use my
Okay.
Like, I remember when we were playing it together, we hated it. And then after that, I was like, I'll never play that game.
I'll never play that game.
So. And some are in our front linen closet on the bottom in
oh god,
these like big paper bags, right? So
for some reason, specifically, any stream that deals with DSP keeps buffering for me. I don't know why. Like, it could be ALT restream, it could be raw fill restream. It always does this. I don't know why. It's driving me crazy. Like, what happened?
Because we don't really remember everything that we have, and we're like, well, what are we gonna do? Let's bring all this out. So we start bringing it out. We actually had bought 2 new things this year. We had bought a cardinal, you know, the bird, the red bird cardinal, and it's basically a water feature. It's filled with water with glitter in it and a light. And you put batteries that you turn it on, it really rotates it all around. It looks beautiful. Like
this is
so we got that,
so
and we also got
this is like
a lantern.
This is shit you see at retail stores. They live in a retail hellhouse.
Again, it's a water feature lantern, and this one, when you turn it on, it kicks up the water, but it has this like coloring in it. It makes it look like snow. So it's like a snow dust moving around inside the lantern with a big bright light. So we have those 2.
Wouldn't just want to get tag the cardinal?
Decorations. We have like,
oh my god, dude.
Pine cone, battery.
Dude, come on, YouTube. Whatever, I give up. This isn't even worth it. It's not even worth it. If the gamer news is not happening today, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I want gamer news.
I want my gamer news.
Is he playing the game at
right?
least?
You can maybe watch. I could try to do the migration. I could try to do the set or uninstalling all the capture shit I already put on there, installing all the new.
Oh my god, dude! I just want to know the gamer news.
And the light does daylight colors. Or
oh my god.
Or it easy. I used to be in my 20s. I'm not anymore. I'm gonna do my best to work through it.
Oh my god!
People are gonna be helping me. I'm sure.
What?
Thank you in advance. And also,
I fast forward and I just hear we're all gonna tough through it, and you're gonna help me. It's like, what are we talking about? You know that mean text message? Maybe this is what they're talking about. They're gonna drive you to the Burdell household. You gotta do menial labor for the king. Oh my god! Why is YouTube doing this? I just want my gamer news.
The storage hard drive is 2 terabytes. It always fills up because I save at least like 1 video.
Okay, he's talking about this fucking gamer PC. I just want my gamer news, man. I'm jonesing on gamer news.
Point. So a combination of those 2, it makes sense that it would get views and.
Oh my god, we're talking about views. Decorations. That almost sounds like a tractor meme. Oh my god, dude! Why is YouTube doing this to me? Why? What did I do, YouTube? Let's go to the fun resolution. 144p. If YouTube can't handle this, I don't know what it can't do. Again, it's only DSP stuff. Only
$8 tip.
Only DSP stuff. I don't know why. It still does it. And I've done a speed test. And it's like, my internet's good, and it's like doing this to me. Why? Why is YouTube being a piece of shit today? I just want my gamer news. How am I a gamer?
Will Osprey are my favorite matches of this year.
How am I a gamer supposed to get my news? Oh my god, there is gamer news. But will I be able to watch it? I'm losing it. I'm losing it with this right now. I'm not streaming this. Nothing else is going on. as far as I know. And yet, every time I tune into a DSP stream, it's always this. I don't know why. What is so special about DSP's fucking streams that it affects everything around it? Again, I could go, like, you know, let's go to the Raw stream. Maybe the Raw stream will help me.
Strike incoming.
Reload Madara's God never would have worked, as you know, this year. RPG Overload, right? Oh, I have two.
Wait, what? He almost forgot about the news stories too, which is so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah, Persona 3 Reload Madara's God never would have worked, as you know, this year.
He didn't want to play it. I am so tired of this fucking LARP this dude is doing. Say, I could play RPG Overload. He said for years he hated Persona 3. I don't want to play this remake. It sucks and this and that, unless they modern did it or whatever the fuck. And the game's actually like baby easy. You just get one theurgy and you beat the game.
RPG Overload, right? Oh, I have two quick news stories I want to cover for you guys today. Why not? Now would be a good time to do it.
Why not?
News story number 1 is regarding The Witcher 4. So CD Projekt Red was interviewed by Eurogamer. And there was a giant interview. If you want to read the entire article, it's here. There's a ton of stuff that was covered. But someone on Twitter did a really good summary.
A Twitter
so I just want to say shout out to Okami.
See what I mean? I don't know why it does this. I don't know why it does this. I don't know why it does this.
So here's what CD Projekt Red has to say about Witcher 4. The next game will be bigger and...
Oh my god, dude. This is insane.
...better than both Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077. Witcher 4 will likely release 1 to 2...
Dude, can I just, like, watch this now? Come on. And I guarantee you if I stop recording, it will still do this. It does this all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why. I could go to anyone's restream, and it will do this to me. But if I watch, like, a YouTube stream from anyone else, no problem. Easy peasy. But when someone does anything with this guy, YouTube, it just says, no, get fucked.
2 years after its full reveal, which hasn't even happened yet, okay? Lessons learned from Cyberpunk: there's no magic, there's only hard work and making sure you stay on the right course. I have no idea what that means, by the way.
Yeah, what does that mean?
To me.
Lessons
better studio
learned?
Organization to avoid another buggy launch.
No magic, whatever.
Better review processes and more time for pre-production. That does sound like concrete improvement. Cyberpunk's launch wasn't the reason for the switch to Unreal Engine 5. They wanted to share tech between multiple projects simultaneously. And PC first release not in the cards.
These are gonna find something bad about that. If there's something like stupid about this game or the next game, he's like, so they did this thing where they switch between multiple projects, and they're like doing too many things, man. Like, you know, they're like, okay, we're gonna eat. Think of a sandwich shop. They make one sandwich and it's delicious. It's gonna be a delicious morsel sandwich. And then they're like, you know what? I'm gonna make another sandwich. And then they go back between the two, and you can have a terrible sandwich that no one wants. It's gonna be that kind of shit.
At the moment, it should launch on console at the same time. So, some interesting information there about Witcher 4. I mean, honestly, they haven't even shown.
He still has the PETA Thanksgiving thing open. No.
So the fact
oh my god! Don't tell me that's gonna be the news story. Oh my god!
Be at least a
if that's gonna be a news story in DSP politics,
I mean, here's the problem with Cyberpunk. They
Dude,
showed it
why
off
are you
so
even a platform to PETA?
Really
no one likes them.
Even like a fully formed concept yet of how.
Why are you talking about PETA? They're low hanging fruit at this point.
They got around to making it fully. They couldn't do it. They would, technology, wasn't there, and then they had to keep changing over and over. They fucked up. And then, at least with Witcher 4...
Well, at least Cyberpunk, works better now.
They're going to take their time before they reveal anything. So that way they won't build up expectations.
Oh my god, excuse me! Oh my god, this is laborious.
Unreasonably, right? Like, if they already got the game partially done, when they announce it.
Dude, come on. And this happened randomly,
say, well,
too.
This is what we've got, and this is definitely going to be the game. Versus in Cyberpunk, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing yet, and then they announced.
Oh my god, what is happening?
It. Like, what are you doing? That was really stupid. You can't announce a game so early in its life cycle, right?
Right.
So hopefully they did learn from their.
Dude, this is insane. It's gonna be an hour to watch this. Okay, can we do 480p? Come on, YouTube. Let's just do 480p. I don't need to read the screen.
Mistakes. Don't announce super early. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. You know?
Dude, why?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They actually have improved.
I don't know if that was a buffer or not.
Cyberpunk was their first big failure, correct?
Correct.
But then they managed to recover from it. It took a while. It took a couple of years. But they managed to recover from it, and now I feel like consumer confidence is back.
Where's the evidence, though? I love that, like, CD Projekt Red didn't need to show anything that they recovered. Meanwhile, Bethesda, this is the do or die game. This is gonna be, that's gonna be it for Bethesda if this game fails. But somehow CD Projekt Red did not need any proof. Oh, it's because it's fantasy, and this dude is somehow a massive fantasy fanboy.
Now, in the side of CD Projekt Red, if Witcher 4 comes out and sucks or is buggy, they're fucked. Because now, it's like they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If you bite a second time and the bite is still rotten, the second time, no one's going to bite a third time. That will be it for them.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times.
At launch, I would love for it to be good because Witcher 3 was quite good, and I loved it.
Go.
I want another game like that. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Especially because I'll be a PC gamer and I'll be able to play super high end. You know.
Oh my god, I'm a PC gamer.
So
remember when console was the future?
See what happens, my friends. All right. So that is story number 1.
All right.
Story number 2.
Story number 2. Story number 2. I'm using the wrong mouse. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Lies of P has announced their expansion. Finally. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know when or what. So, here it is. Developers, NeoWiz Games and Ronde Studio have not disappointed.
Man, I'm disappointed I'm watching this.
The DLC is on the horizon.
Man, I do not give a fuck about Lies of P. YouTube gave me grief, and this is the shit I'm getting. Oh my god, is that it? Oh my god,
superb game. It was one of my favorite games of last year.
Oh my god,
by far.
I sat through that.
I cannot wait to play
for fucking Lies of P marketing. Fuck you, Phil. No, really, fuck you. Bleh. Okay. Is there anything else I want to, like, talk about? No. I love, okay, well, let's talk about this. Let's just go to the video section. Look at this thumbnail. Cat got Wachowski'd. Can you see it? I think you can. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know why I was like, oh, I don't think you can. Look at it. The washing dryer, like, takes the majority of the space, and Kat's like pushed to the side. She's like a tiny little window of like, she's tiny, and again, the timestamp like fucking blocks her. Man, he did not think this thumbnail through at all. It's so cluttered, and it's just like, just puts Kat like off to the side, like, okay, Kat, washer dryer. That's what really matters. The washer dryer combo. Thank God. All right, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
Time to skedaddle on out of here.
Bye.